I was just training and working and training and working and training and working and going to school, getting my degree, my business degree. And I was going around and doing seminars and exhibitions, and every time I made some money, I took the money and I stuffed them right here, my cash, into my boots. Because sometimes I was in England, sometimes in South Africa, sometimes in France, Canada, so I always was flying home. So I didn't want to go to sleep and have someone steal my money. So I was smart, so I stuffed my cash into my boots. Then I took them home, and then I put them in the bank. And that's how I saved up until I had $27,500, and then I put down money for a 6-unit apartment building. And then
you didn't buy a house.
No.
You bought.
No, because I tell you, there was a real estate woman by the name of Olga. Olga. She was from Lebanon, and she was Danny DeVito's height. She was like this, and actually pretty old already. I would say she was in her 60s. It's very unusual to work at that age. And she said to me, she says, Arnold, listen to me. You need income property. When you have a house or when you have a condominium, then you have to pay the mortgage and you have to pay for the expenses. But I find you a 6-unit apartment building that has an owner's unit in front. And you're gonna stay there in this owner's unit. And then you're gonna go and pay for your rent, and then they're gonna pay for their rent, and the value of your property will go up. It was a $240,000 apartment building. Now remember, this is the 70s. $240,000 apartment building. 2 years later, I got $400,000 when I sold that building. 2 years later, $400,000. Now imagine, I put only 27.5 down. Now imagine that profit.
10x.
Right? I mean, imagine that.
And boom, we're live.
Okay.
We're live,
Okay. Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome. Great to have you here. We're a little early, but why not be early? Because if you're early, you ain't late. And you're definitely not late to this real estate game because it is on like Donkey Kong, Sherry. Thank you. My name's Grant Cardone. If you don't know who I am, I'm in Miami, Florida right now shooting this. Just got back from a trip with my family for 2 weeks. It was fantastic. And I'm here today. I'm so excited to be here with you today to talk about real estate, how to get involved in it, how to get started, how to buy your first deal, how to manage that activity so that you're not a manager, how to raise money if you want to, how to fix your credit with it, how to build assets and build net worth. Real estate technology, and I'm certain AI will dwarf all this in the future. Real estate for the last 1,000 years has generated more wealth to more families than probably any other vehicle in the world. You might see on a clip over here, Jared Glant. Jared's in Phoenix, Arizona, where I'm going today, by the way. Just so you guys know, I flew in from France last night on a 10-hour flight, the longest damn flight of my life, headwinds the whole way, and it should have been an 8-hour flight. Took 2 hours extra. Oh, woe is me. But I came in here for one reason, because I couldn't make it all the way to Scottsdale to be with Jared. So I actually told everybody I'm not canceling the event. This is too important. The time to buy real estate is right here and right now. So drop me in Miami. My family went to Tampa today. I'm going to Scottsdale when I'm done here. So we jammed all this in because right now, and if you're taking notes, take notes. Right now, we have one of the greatest real estate opportunities of my entire lifetime. I'm 67 years old. I've been buying real estate since I was 28 years old. My first deal was a single family deal with $3,000. My second deal, 20 days later, was a single family home with no money down. My third deal, I started getting a little confidence. I raised $350,000 for a $1.9 million deal. Those 3 deals would make me a millionaire in under 36 months. And I've been hooked on this real estate game ever since. And I'm just telling you, if you can find the right time, the right moment, the right asset class, and the right debt market. I'll go over all this today, by the way. I'm gonna spend 90 minutes with you today. We might go We might go 115 minutes, but it'll be 90 minutes to 115 minutes. Hopefully I don't get long-winded and I don't get too excited. If I get too excited, if you guys want me to get excited, put a big X in the chat.
Impossible for you not to get excited.
Dude, I love this real estate game, okay? Because this is a game where you can be male, female, young, old, black, white, or brown, and you can grab the real estate. It don't care about your race. It doesn't care about your religion, and it doesn't care about your age. Dude, if you can grab the real estate at the right time, at the right price, in the right market, okay? This is what you're looking for, and I'll be using this whiteboard quite a bit today. I just wore the white in here just to pop my tan off a little more, okay? If you can buy the real estate at the right time, this is one of the most important things. Sometimes you can't control this. When you're buying real estate the way I buy it today, I'm buying it all the time, not at the right time. I buy it through all cycles. But in the beginning, if you can buy at the right time, the right asset class, I'll go over all this, by the way, at the right price, I'm not done here, at the right price, with the right debt, okay? And I'll be talking about debt. Look, I'm a practitioner. I do this. This is what I do for a living. We bought a deal yesterday. Yesterday, a deal closed. Also today, when I tell you something, and you guys should write this down, when someone tells you something, you should say, show that to me. That's the beauty of real estate. When I tell you I'm doing a deal, there's a accounting for that deal. I tell you, hey, the third deal I ever did was in Cedar Woods, Vista, California. Show them that the blue apartment deal was 48 units. The address was 210 Cedar Woods in Vista, California. Boom, there's the deal. If you go back in the records back, you'll find out it was built in 1990, okay? I bought it in what year did I buy that, Jared? Do you remember?
I think it was 96. 96.
I bought it 6 years after the guy built it. He paid $5.2 million to build it. I paid $1.9 million to buy it. I would later sell it for $5.2 million 36 months later, and I made the profit he should have made. Right time, right asset class, right price, and I got the right debt, okay? Now, debt comes in two forms. I'll go over all this today. You're going to hear me make a loop of information today, so don't leave. If you guys come and get 15 or 20 minutes and then leave, you're not going to hear the second loop. You're not going to hear the third loop. You're not going to hear the fourth loop. And the more times you hear this, the more you're going to be like, oh, dude, I get it. This is a simple game. I'm telling you, this is the simplest. This is easier than writing a book. I've written 8 or 9 books. I have bestsellers. Writing a book takes forever. Like, so we spent 19 months writing a book before. Okay? You can buy a deal, close a deal. You guys could all be in business in the next 45 days and find one deal to make you $1 million. Bing, bing. And that's what I'll show you how to do today, by the way. You don't need credit, okay? Like, as long as you're of age and you live in the country, Singapore or United States or Dubai, you probably have to live in that country to transact in that country. Russia, you could be in Poland. I can't probably go to Poland and buy a deal today. I'd have to have some connection. You can't go to Mexico and just simply buy real estate in Mexico. You have to have a partnership there that is Mexican, which is no big deal, by the way. You could still make a lot of money doing that. But I'm going to walk you through this deal, and I'll cycle through all this data today. I'll make a loop of the data. When I tell you something, what is the right time? What is the right asset class? What is the right price? And what is the right debt? I'll talk about that, and then I'll come back and show that to you. Okay? I just said to you, I closed a deal yesterday. Without exaggeration, 24 hours ago, less than 24 hours ago, 15 hours ago, I'm in the south of France, in Saint-Tropez, with my family, and we closed a $235 million transaction, 366 units, Maine and Boca. Show the deal. Okay? Now, I tell you something, I show you something. Anybody that won't show you what they're doing, leave them alone. Show me, bro. Okay? Okay, like the Robert Kiyosaki's of the world. Hey, Robert's a great guy. He's had a lot of success. I just want to see the gold, bro. Like, you bought a bunch of gold. Where's the gold? I want to see the receipts, if you will. You own a bunch of real estate? Show me the real estate. Okay? There's a lot of pretending going on the internet. Let's keep it real. Okay? If you're buying Bitcoin, show me you own some Bitcoin. If you just bought a stock or you're an executive in a company, show me. Show me, don't tell me. So we just closed on this deal yesterday. Look at this. Maine and Maine, okay? Right time. Oh my God, the market's so good in Florida right now. It's insane for rental property. Right asset class. It is not the time to be buying single family homes. It is the time to be buying that asset class that I'm showing you right there. Right price, I definitely got it for the right price. What is the right price? I'll describe all that in the next 90 minutes. And how did we get the debt on it, okay? We got debt on this deal that closed this deal out of bankruptcy. We took it out of bankruptcy. This guy's been working on this deal for 17 years. Okay, and I bought it. I've been shopping this deal for 17 months. He spent 17 years in a year and a half. We found it, we negotiated it, we built a partnership, we got the debt on it, we got the right price on it, and now we know how to also exit. You got to have the right exit. The exit is, how do I sell this, or how do I cash flow it, or how do I refinance it in the future, okay? How do I get the right partners and the right debt? Another thing right here is the right partners, because if you don't have money, oops, can I make this smaller? No, it doesn't do that anymore?
No, that is a different
Okay,
word.
right partners. How do I get the right partners? By the way, you're going to have partners. Do they have a book? Okay, you guys don't have a book, all right? Okay, so right time, right, you got to take notes. You got a legal pad. Go write something down, okay? This is free to you. By the way, congratulations for everybody that showed up. You're going to get $10 million worth of information here, okay? You do 10 deals. Each one makes you $1 million. You got $10 million put away. Right time, right asset class, so you're writing it down. Right price, right debt, right exit, and you need the right partners, okay? You don't have the right partners, you're going to have partners, okay? There is no way to buy real estate. 100% of every real estate deal you do, you will have a partner. I want to own all the real estate myself. Okay, you cannot own the real estate. You got the government is a partner, the tenants are a partner, the bank is a partner. May as well take on some more partners and raise some money. Okay, I'll show you how to actually structure that deal. In fact, once a year, when did we do that last raise the money deal? That was a $10,000 ticket, by the way. How many people were at that deal, Jared?
Well, like 70.
I can't hear Jared.
Hello, 70.
There were 70 people, paid $10,000 each to come learn how we raised money, okay? I've raised $1.7 billion without going through banks, going direct to individuals. I started with my mom, my brother, my sister, wore them out, okay? All great deals, by the way. Made all them millionaires in the deals that I did, and made myself money by doing the deal on their money. So everybody won in that deal. But over the years now, we expanded it to my audience. Maybe some of you are going to invest with me one day. Maybe. Maybe you're going to go out and buy your own deals. Maybe you're going to find today, shit, I'd just rather do deals with Grant. Maybe you're going to find some people in this group, and you're going to network them, and you're going to put money together in the deal. How many of you'd like to raise money? How many of you'd like to raise money from other people? Just put raise money in the chat. Look, some of these people have already invested with me. Okay, yeah, I'd like to raise money. I'd like to learn that today. Excellent, good. We'll show you how to do that, guys. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? It is how every bank in the world has become rich. Merrill Lynch, a trillion dollar company. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, like these Blackstone, BlackRock just hit $12 trillion. They have no money in their deals. They raised all the money from others, and then they go buy assets, okay? Now, before we get started, let me just find out where everybody's at. Where are you today? If you could change that image, Johnny, get me back. Where are you today, and what are you trying to accomplish? Put the city you're at and what it is you want to accomplish. Okay, we got Modesto, California, Dallas, Texas, New Jersey, Costa Rica. Great market, by the way. Red Bank, oops, a little fast there. Tulsa, Oklahoma, great market. Too fast, Johnny, I need to see some of this. I can't see it. Boom, 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 it's going, man. How many people registered, Jared, for this event? 45,000 people registered for this event. Tucson, Lexington, Kentucky, Portland, Oregon, Venice, Florida. Unbelievable marketplace right now. Venice, Florida, wide open for just, forgive the words, I'm not going to even say them. It's just like you can steal real estate in this country right now. Dublin, Georgia, Houston, Texas, on sale. I'll show you a deal I just found out about in Houston, Texas. I'm going to buy this deal. Hanover, River Oaks. Let me see. See, this is in real time. I'm showing you deals, okay? We have a real estate club. Every Wednesday we meet in this club, and this club shows deals that we're doing, okay? It's a couple hundred people that every week, very, very serious real estate people. This deal is going to be sold in this cycle, and I'm going to try to buy it, okay? I don't know if you can see that, Johnny. Can you see those images well or no? Not really?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic locations, ridiculous, okay? This is the time, folks. You just see the images, Johnny? You don't see the good shot, huh?
No.
How about this one, Johnny? Can you see this shot?
Oh.
No?
Maybe click in the center of the photo. Oh. We're going to pull something up for you right now.
Yeah, it's got me trapped out for some reason. That's a nasty photo, man. You see. Look at this deal. Look. Can you see that one, Johnny? No, they're all small. Why are the pictures so small, guys? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we see that one.
Okay, brand new, built in 2020, only 5 years old, institutional quality, unbelievable. Boom, deal shows up. I'm going to be able to buy this deal for under replacement cost. This is a terminology you want to remember today. You'll hear me talk about it a number of times. You'll hear some of these, okay? Under replacement cost. Let me just get you some language that I'm going to be using today. Under replacement costs. You'll hear things like cap rate. Cap rate is basically the percentage you're going to earn when you buy the deal for cash, okay? So if it has a 10 cap, you're earning 10% on your money. Let's say it was 400 grand, you would earn $40,000 a year. The cap rate is 10%, okay? Let's see, what else will you hear me say? NOI. The NOI is the net operating income, okay? Net operating income. I'm going to show you what you're looking for in these marketplaces, okay? You'll hear words like leverage, which means the percentage that we're putting down, okay? Let's say I found a deal for $400,000 and it was 4 units. I'll show you these deals today, by the way, that are available right now. You could put $20,000 down and buy that deal with a Fannie Mae loan today. You could put 5% down. You'd get rushed for Fannie Mae to get a 5.5% to 6% interest, less than a house, by the way. Okay, less than a house. You can actually finance an apartment building for lower interest than the cost to live in your own home. Okay, you could put 20 grand down. This is your leverage. Your 20 grand is buying a $400,000 asset. You're taking $400,000. Let's say it goes up 10% while you own it. It goes up 10% while you own it. You only put $20,000 down. Okay, that's what your down payment was. You paid 20 grand to own that, and it goes up 10%. It went up 40,000, but you only put 20 grand down, which means you made 200% on your money before cash flow. Okay, you doubled your money because you only put 20 grand. The property didn't need to go up to 800. Okay, it didn't need to go to 800. All it needed to go up was 10% for you to double your money. If it would have gone up 5%, you'd have made 100% on your money. And that's real estate. That's the value of real estate. That's not the cash flow. It's not the depreciation. By the way, Donald Trump just approved 100% accelerated depreciation. Means I could buy this asset right here. You'll hear me talk about depreciation today. Oops. Yeah, that's the other board. That's what it is, okay? Depreciation is basically, I'm just warming up the room, by the way. I'm going to do all this, and I'm going to do loops. We got to come up with a better word, okay? It's basically graduated layers of data that I'm going to be delivering to you. Depreciation is basically the $400,000 asset has what's called 100% homes do not qualify. Okay, only this kind of asset qualifies. Office buildings do, hotels do, retail do, but the apartments are the best. Apartments and hotels are the best because they have lots of stuff that depreciates over 5 and 7 years. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna write off 100%. We're gonna accelerate 100% of all the things that depreciate. The appliances, the floors, the roof, the gutters, the washer machines, the dryers, anything that depreciates fast, we're going to accelerate it, and we'll probably be able to get $160,000 to $200,000, imagine this, of losses that are not losses, and we only put $20,000 down, okay? So watch, $20,000 got me and my investors 8x the losses, and the property's probably going to cash flow $2,000 a year. So I'm going to make $2,000 a year. I'm going to wait for the rents to go up so that I can make $40,000 on my $20,000. I'm going to have all these write-offs over here. So even when I sell the asset, I'm not going to pay any profits. I'll talk about 1031s today, how to trade the asset. Look, I could do this ideally, I would be with you for like 2 days, 2 full days. We would go over this. You would stay where you're at. You'd park yourself in your living room on your computer. You'd isolate from your family, and you would just sit with me for 2 days, and I would go over this. But what I'm going to do is give everybody an introduction. I'm also going to invite all of you to come spend 2 days with me if you want to. In fact, there's probably a link. And I'm not going to even tell you what I'm going to do there. Anybody that trusts me enough right now to do that, okay? What's the link? GrantCardone.com/now. Anybody that trusts yourself and me enough, based on what you've heard in the first 12 minutes, okay? Go to GrantCardone.com/now and buy that. I'm not going to even tell you, what is it, $279? $297. Put in your credit card for $297, and I'm going to tell you later what I'm going to give you for it, okay? And I'm going to throw in a bunch of bonuses in here that are going to blow your mind. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 full days with you, August 1 or 2? Second, third. August 2nd, 3rd, you don't go anyplace. I'm going to Zoom, and you're going to spend 4 to 5 hours a day with me going over this topic. I'm going to show you where to buy it, where to find it, how to fund it, how to manage it, how to exit it, how to bring partners in, and how to raise money. I'll spend 2 days with you, okay? I'll do it for $297. The first 100 people that sign up, I'm going to give you a load of bonuses that are worth another $8,000, right? Without me going over it. I'll go over it later. But right now, what I want to do is make sure everybody in the room, everybody here, you don't have to ever give me a penny, okay? I'm here today to teach you as much as I can in 90 minutes, but there's a lot of data here, okay? I promise you it's worth it, though. This has changed my life. I own a number of businesses. There's no better business for me. We have an education business that does $150 million a year. I have a consulting company that does another $160 million a year. I have a health company called 10X Health Systems, probably going to do $250 million this year. I have a real estate company that does about $400 million a year in revenue and another $25 million to manage that. So I'm here today to help you, okay? I'm an educator at heart. I want to mentor people. I want to help people. I'm in the later stages of my life, and I want to share with other people what you guys can do. You never have to give me a penny. You never have to spend another minute with me. You could take all this, rob it, grab it, go use it, and hopefully make you and your family millions or tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. I know this. If you simply just keep working, okay, if you just work hard. I posted this on X the other day. I don't know if you can show it, Johnny, because things have changed, folks. I don't know if you guys saw that Donald Trump just signed this Genius Act. Money is changing, okay? The government is admitting it cannot fix our money problems. We have too much debt. We have inflation going through the roof because we print money to solve problems. We have our taxes that are too high. No, not that, Johnny, not that. It's about money. It's about money, hard work, and let me see if I can find it. Okay, the first thing to fix about money is your mind. If you want proof of this, just look at the most of America. They work hard, they buy a house. This was yesterday, Johnny, 1 day ago. There's no photo. They work hard. They buy a house. They save more than they spend. Most people, by the way, save more than they spend. You understand? Most people are not reckless. Most people are too conservative. Yet they still never attain financial freedom. The second thing to do, okay, the first thing people have to do is have a plan, okay? The second thing you have to do is how to learn how to invest money, not just spend it, okay? So right now, this is what you do. You work and you save, and you still end up nowhere. This is the entire middle class of America. You're not creating wealth. You're not creating wealth freedom. You're not creating financial freedom. You're doing the 401k. You bought the house. You paid the house off. Most of you are doing the Dave Ramsey program, and it ain't working for you because you're not getting ahead. Why? Because money is being destroyed faster than you can. This is dollar bills. They're being destroyed faster than you can create dollar bills. Okay? This dollar bill, 91% of its value has been destroyed in my lifetime. I cannot make money faster than they're destroying money. You go to Europe right now, and I go in there, I'm like, hey, I want to pay you in US dollars. They're like, we don't want dollars. We want euros. Okay? So what benefits the American middle class? Not the home you live in, not the work that you do, okay? Not the time you spend. I mean, you could even be the best in the game. LeBron's going to make more money. LeBron's going to make more money investing than he made playing basketball. Kevin Hart's going to make more money as an investor than he made as a comedian, okay? My boy Arnold. Arnold made all his money. He was one of the richest actors in Hollywood before he ever acted in Hollywood because he was buying apartments from the money he made as a bodybuilder. He was using the money from that to literally buy apartments in Hollywood, California. Okay, real quick, just to get a little credibility. I have bought over $5 billion worth of real estate. You can go to cardonecapital.com. There's a website there. It'll show you what we bought. I'm not bragging to you here. I'm trying to get credibility from you to show you what my company's done and what I can do to help you get to where you should be. You should not be in the lower middle class or the middle class or even rich. You should create financial freedom for yourself and your family because it's possible. Cincinnati or Singapore, it's possible, and this is the vehicle that can get you there. Now, I'm not saying you're going to start with that asset that you're looking at right now, but if you go to Cardone Capital, you're going to see all the assets that we bought, okay? This is a public domain. I have approval from the SEC to raise money for 46 assets, $5.3 billion of assets, 14,600 units. We closed 366 units yesterday, so that number will go to 14,999. My team should change that now, actually. It'll go from we have a half a million square feet of office space, and you can see all the deals that we've done, okay? All these deals completely funded. Some of these are paid for in cash. Here, this deal we did in January, paid for in cash. The Edge at Flagler Village, paid cash. We raised all the money, by the way. 10X at Jacaranda, paid cash. 10X at Flagler Village, paid cash. 10X at the Forum, paid cash. No, 10X at the Forum? Yeah, we paid cash for that. 10X Tarpon Springs, paid cash. That's crazy. The Edison we found a year and a half ago. We put 50% down because there was already a loan in place and raised the 50% from my audience. This deal right here, Cardone Corporate Center, I'll be going there tonight. When I'm done here, I'm going to fly to Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm going to do 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. By the way, anybody that just took advantage of the offer I made without telling you what the bonuses are, show up Monday and Tuesday in Phoenix, you're my guest. Okay, those are $5,000 seats. You're my guest. Anybody that wants to show up, I'm flying. Oh, I can't do that. I'm getting on a plane tonight to fly over there, okay? So I'm going to fly in. I'll be there Monday and Tuesday. Anybody that signed up already, congratulations. Maybe you guys can show all the people that already said, I trust you. I trust you enough. Now, I know it sounds too good to be true, folks. You're like, wait a minute. This guy's got $5 billion of real estate. He's talking about being in France for 2 weeks with his family on a yacht. And why is he here doing this shit? Because this is what you would be doing. You would be doing the same thing. I got to believe that you guys, if you were in the position I'm in, and you spent 47 years accumulating a bunch of information. Some of it worked, some of it didn't work. It was a struggle, it was a hustle, it was hard. You had pitfalls, you had betrayals. You learned all this shit for 40 years. Wouldn't you want to take the time to share it with as many people as possible? Okay. Now the question is, would you share it with people that you know, or would you share it with people you don't know? I'm gonna tell you a little something here. I have a better chance of people that don't know me listening to me. So did Jesus. And I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, but Jesus had to leave where he lived to get anybody to listen to him. I know you guys, oh, I'm gonna help my family. Your family ain't gonna listen to you because they remember when you were playing with your ding dong. What is that? Is that Jared playing with himself? Okay. Anyway, yeah, ha. Okay, anyway, these are deals that we bought. Okay, these are deals that, here's a deal, 10X Weston. That deal right there was $240 million. Now, when I was 28 years old, I could not imagine ever buying anything that was $1 million, much less $240 million. My first deal was $78,000, and I put $3,000 down. Okay? Now, for you guys in the chat, I'm getting you ready right now. How much did I pay for the asset? By the way, before you answer, I financed $75,000, and this thing cash flowed 12% a year. I made, what was I making on this thing a year? I put $3,000 down. No, I was making $2,400 a month, $2,400 a year. So the cash flow was 80% a year. What did I pay for the asset? What is the right answer? Okay, so Matt says I paid $3,000. Kira says I paid nothing. Okay, I put $3,000 down. I earned $2,400 in year one. Zero, nope. Yep, Tyler Whalen, Tyler got the right answer. Basically, I paid $600 for the asset. Now, would you buy a $78,000 asset for $600? Oh yeah, sure would. Well, let's find out. By the way, all these names are people that already took advantage of the opportunity that I delivered to you earlier at grantcardone.com/now. Which means we're going to spend 2 really serious days, 2 days in a row, going over how to buy it, how to fund it, how to find it. I'm going to go over a bunch of information here in the next 90 minutes. Okay, I basically converted $3,000. I borrowed the $3,000, by the way. I got a loan of $75,000. I think the interest rate back then was 8.5%. I still made $200 of positive cash flow. That's CF. We'll be talking about cash flow quite a bit today. $200 of cash flow, $2,400 a year. I made 80% on my money, okay? Probably the only place you can make 80% on your money today is Bitcoin. And you can lose 80% on your money as fast as you can make 80%. I paid $600 for this asset. Okay, boom. I said, oh, that's cool. Now watch. Next deal I bought, same month, 20 days later, it was $92,500. I put no money down. I learned how to do it. 20 days later, I'm like, oh, I really didn't need to put any money down on that deal. I financed $92,500, and that asset made me $500 a month. What did I pay for the asset? Let's see the right answers, okay? Let's see the right answers here. This is available today. You're like, oh, that was back in 30 years ago. That is available today, and I'm going to show it to you in about 10 minutes, okay? What was my credit score when you borrowed the money, okay? Actually, my credit score was not that good. I didn't have any credit. I had not bought anything. I worked at a car dealership. I didn't even have a car loan because back then they'd give you a demo. You worked there to sell cars. They'd give you a car to show off when you were driving back and forth to the dealership. I didn't have maybe a 650. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. The asset was what they lent me money on because the asset cash flowed. And there's certain times, you have to be at the right time with the right debt. There's certain times in the economy where Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, these are $12 trillion organizations, have the fiduciary responsibility to lend money to American owners. They have this in by the way, every country. Every country has a facility to loan money to people to encourage them to buy homes because homeowners drive the economy. Okay? Jared likes some comments. He's seeing some comments he likes.
Can you hear me, G? Can you hear me?
When you talk, I can hear you perfect.
Okay, good. Well, some people are asking, they're like, hey, what about the debt? And that's the thing that you really have to understand is that when you have renters in these properties, like the renters cover all the expenses.
Yeah.
Like when you buy the right deal, the renters cover all of the expenses of the property, the bills, the mortgage, the insurance, like the deal covers everything. And then there's profit left over for you, the investor, when you buy the right deal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I'm just showing you deals. I'm setting you up to show you how to find these in a second. Okay. You're like, quit telling me about your deals and show me how to find one. I will. Okay. So what did this deal cost? What did this deal pay me? 12 months, it paid me $500 a month. I made $6,000 in the first year. What did I pay for the asset? Now, some of you are thinking right now, I'm going to fix it and I'm going to flip it. I didn't do anything to it. I think we put a deck on the backyard for like $800. I went and got some wood, built a little deck in the back. Boom, people loved it. Okay, they like, I could go out there and sit on the deck. Maybe, okay? Anyway, we're making $500 a month, more than the loan. I'm making $60,000 a year. What did I pay for the asset? Okay, who knows the right answer? Hey, yeah, $6,000. Negative $6,000. That's right. But you guys you don't understand that I wrote off $45,000 when I bought it. I'm a professional real estate investor. I'm hustling cars during the week to get some money, and then I take a little bit of money and I start building some income, okay, between the real estate. By the way, the real estate's earning me $6,000 a year. The other piece of real estate's earning me $2,400 a year. That's $8,400 on top of the $30,000 or $40,000 I was earning back then. Okay? I have tenants in the place. I'm like, man, this is a hack. I'm going to buy 10 of these. I'm going to buy 10 of these, and I'll be making $5,000 a month. Okay? If I could buy 20 of them, I'd be making $10,000 a month. Well, this is 30 years ago. $5,000 extra money is a lot of money, even today. Okay, now I end up selling this asset. Check this out. I end up selling this asset for $122,000. I made $30,000. How much did I put down? Bang. I didn't put any money down. I made $6,000 a year for 4 years. I made $24,000 in income, $30,000 to sell it. I made $54,000 I didn't have before. And by the way, it was one of the dumbest things I ever did in my life. I shouldn't have sold it. That property today is worth $1.2 million. Okay, and the rents on that place today, let me just pull it up. It's 5422 Sheffield. I still remember the address. There it is right there. That's not what it was, by the way, when I bought it. Somebody tore it down, paid $1.2 million to build a $400,000 house. That's the house today. Let's see what the rents are at that little beast today. Rents are $3,000 a month today, okay? Now, I'm going to show you this. Rents, this is very, very important for you guys to understand this, okay? I'm not talking about single family homes today. I'm talking about multiple units. I bought 2 single families and will never buy another 2 after this until I get rich, okay? And nobody should, by the way. You guys should not be buying single family homes. Wait till you get rich, I mean really rich, and then do something stupid like buy one house. Even though this worked for me, I shouldn't have been doing this. I should have been buying the apartments, the 20 units, the 24 units, the 16 units is what I should have been buying in that same marketplace. I'm going to show you there's rents in America. I'm just going to do America, but I could do this anywhere for last 50 years. graph. Let me see. There's the graph right there. Look at that. What is that? That is a long-term trend. Okay, it's unstoppable. It's like this. You don't even have to do anything. It's just going to continue to happen. Why? Because we print money in America. And when you print money in America, everything has to go up. Now let's go back 85 years. And you're going to see the rents in America for 85 years. And I don't even think they're high, by the way. Average rent in America today in 2025 is $1,650. In 10 years, those rents are going to double. The average rent in America in 10 years will be $3,200 because America will continue to print money. If I go back, I'm going to go back to 2000, okay? In 2000, the rents were $639 across America. Okay, go back to 1983, and the rents in this country were $275. That's what I was paying. The guy that rented me the unit was also my accounting teacher. His name is Charlie Whitman. Charlie Whitman was my accounting teacher. I didn't really learn anything in accounting, but I did learn that my accounting teacher was a damn landlord. I'm like, fuck, man, the landlord, just teach me the landlord game. Screw the accounting shit. I can hire an accountant. How do you get money, bro? The guy was making more money from his rentals than he was as a professor. These are the hacks, folks. Look around the corner. It's all sitting there, so obvious to you, okay? Look at the car dealer in your town. The car dealer is a landlord. He rents the property that he hosts, that he keeps his cars on. McDonald's was a real estate play. Louis Vuitton, I was with Bernard's #1 man this weekend in the south of France. He's been with Bernard for 40 years, since he was 28 years old. He said, Grant, Louis Vuitton is a real estate play. Okay, Tiffany's is a real estate play. Starbucks was a real estate play. They own the best, they own the best locations. They don't own the real estate. They have a location that is real estate based, okay? So look at these rents, $275. That doesn't look like a big deal, does it? To $2,000. It doesn't look like it went up that much. It's only $400, okay? But if you'd have owned 15,000 units the way I did, okay, do this math real quick. 400. You're going to be doing this a bunch with me, by the way. If you guys want to really learn this game, okay, you're going to need a calculator. You cannot use AI for this. You can, but I need you to become the AI. I need you to become the intelligence behind the numbers, okay? You take $400 times 15,000 units times 12. Do that math. How much money is that? I'm looking for the right answer. Somebody said 7.2 million. No, add a zero, bro. Matt Menard, okay? $72 million in new revenue. This isn't the old revenue from here to here. This is the new revenue, okay? And assume that all of that hit your bottom line. You divide that by 0.06. It's $72 million. Divide that by 0.06. That is, I'd want to earn 6% on that $72 million. And that number equals what? That is 1 point what? $2 billion. So if you could, literally, if you would have bought in 1983, 15,000 units across America, and you would have kept them until the year 2000, forget 2025, just 2000, you would have made $1.2 billion just because the rents went up. That's not even for the real estate. The real estate was worth something, okay? You got all the loans from the bank. You probably raised the other money from investors. The increase, just the increase, okay, over the, what is that, 1983, what is that, 17 years. Just the increase in 17 years would have made you a billionaire. Now watch this. In 2025, the rents are now, what did it say, 1625?
Yes, sir.
1650.
Excuse me. Okay. 1650. What is the increase? Well, let's do the math again. This is called the increased value calculator. I'm going to give it to you. By the way, anybody that already took advantage, I'm going to give you the Phoenix, 2 days with me in Phoenix this Monday and Tuesday, if you want to come, if you want to fly in. Also, I'm going to give you our increased value calculator. It's a calculator that does this math for you because a lot of you aren't good at math. I created this little calculator. I'm going to give it to you, but I want you to learn how to use it. This is $375, is that right?
No. 2025 is the year, 1650 is the average rent, and 83 the average rents were 275 a month.
No. We're just going to go back. Oh, you want to go back that far? No, we're going to go back to 639.
Even if you go back to 2000, the rents are 639.
639. So what is that? That's $1,011. Yeah. So take $1,011. $1,011 multiply it times 15,000. How much is that?
And while he's doing the math, this is important for you guys to understand because he's showing you right now the ways you make money with real estate. And one of the most important things is when you buy an asset, number one, you know you're going to get the you're going to get the tax benefits, the depreciation, the write-off, so you'll pay less money in taxes. Then you have the appreciation of the property. Then you have the forced appreciation of the asset by raising rents. And these are all things that have been proven to happen over the last 50 years. This is not it's not a coin toss of whether or not this will happen.
Yeah, this isn't XRP. This isn't Bitcoin. This isn't some new phenomenon. It's not AI. This isn't, oh my God, if you'd invested in NVIDIA. Yeah, but you didn't. Okay, and I guarantee you NVIDIA is going to be replaced by something else. BlackBerry was replaced by iPhone, and something will end up replacing iPhones. Okay, the facts are the facts. People have to have a place to live. You can't live in a Bitcoin. You can't live on your iPhone. I mean, you can't live in it. You can live with it. Okay, I know it's with you in the bed. Okay, my point is this. If I would have owned 15,000 units and the rents went up $1,000, I'd have made another $3 billion because the rents went up, not because I did anything. So what's the game here? Right place, right time, right price, right asset, in the right location with the right partners. So let's get started, okay? Get your legal pad. I'm going to show you how to do this because the most important number here, by the way, $100 cash. For anybody that knows, what is the most important number that I put on that board? Because I've already given you the greatest hack in the world. Yes, Nathan Johnson, I owe you $100, sir. The most important number on that board is the number of units. The thing that you guys should be saying right now is, bro, how do I get the number of units? This is the single most important number in real estate. It's actually the single most important number to Amazon, to Walmart's, to Target, to any big success. Coca-Cola, it's the number of units. It's not your price. It's not your return on capital. It's not your IRR. It's not your NOI. It's not how much you paid, bro. It's the return on capital. I'm sorry, the number of units you can do this on. How many times can I repeat something? Like the actors, they don't even want to earn an Academy Award because they earn an Academy Award, their whole career goes down after that. All right, okay, types of real estate. Where am I at here? Did y'all get ahead of me? Yeah, y'all got way ahead of me, man, okay? Yeah, shit, what happened, okay? All right, now I got to get your head wrapped around this. Grab a legal pad. I'm going to give you a bunch to write here in a very short period of time. For you guys that have photographic memories, you're going to love this because you're going to get like $1 billion worth of information in the next 65 minutes, okay? Number one, the Trump effect. Why is right now the perfect time for real estate? Okay, number one, the Trump effect. Trump is a real estate guy. He loves real estate. Everybody's like, how you know he's going to sign the Depreciation Act? Bro, he hates taxes, hates the IRS, hates banks. He hates them. Okay, trust me, the whole family. I sat down with Eric Trump and he, like for an hour and a half, all he talked about for the first 50 minutes was how much they hate the banks. Okay, the Trump effect. You want to use this. Even if you're a Democrat, you want to use the Trump effect. Okay, number two, tax benefits. Okay, Trump hates taxes, and real estate is the biggest tax hack on planet Earth. In every country, 189 countries on planet Earth, all use real estate as a big tax hack. If you hate the IRS and you're in the United States, just find the middle finger emoji on in your chat. Do they have one? If you hate the IRS, put in a middle finger meme. Find a middle finger meme for me and throw it in the chat if they can. Can they do memes in the chat? I hate these people. There it is. There's a middle finger. Yeah. Or you could just put FIRS. Okay? These people rob you and your family. You guys that are like, oh my God, it's my duty and my responsibility to fund the IRS. That is ridiculous. It is not your duty to fund the IRS. Okay? We should not have an IRS in this country. There should not be an IRS. There should be no property taxes. There should be no income taxes. There should be no employee taxes, no gift taxes, no death taxes, none of it. You know why? Because this country prints money. And if you print money, okay, you don't need taxes. You should have all your money. But unfortunately, we do have taxes, and your job now is to learn, how do I hack the tax man? Okay? That old saying about, hey, you got to die and you got to pay taxes. Only two things got to happen. You got to die and you got to pay taxes. It's bullshit. You do not have to pay taxes. You need to know how to buy assets, invest in assets, and make decisions that actually reduce your tax bill where you actually get refunds. This is what the super wealthy do.
Gee,
Okay.
how many of the last 10 years, how many, and you obviously extremely high income, how many years have you paid taxes the last 10 years?
I mean, I got away, I think out of the last 20 years, I've only paid taxes, maybe 3 of them, maybe 4. I will not pay taxes this year, for sure, 100%. But there's some things you guys can all be doing right now that should reduce your tax bill. One is, first thing you want to do is become a professional real estate investor. That requires 2 things. There's 2 hacks on this, by the way. How many hours is it, Jared? 750?
It's 750 hours, about 15 hours a week.
Or there's another rule right now that just got passed. Jared, I sent it to you the other night.
Yeah, it's the short-term rental. So you have to manage a short-term rental for 100 hours, and then you can qualify as a real estate professional.
100 hours a year, and nobody else can do more time on that asset than you did. So you can't turn this over to a management company. If you do that, you're a professional real estate investor, and you get to write off all your depreciation, which is a paper loss. It's actually not a real loss. It's completely ridiculous, because here's an asset that goes up in value, but you actually get to act like it went down, but it didn't go down, okay? But the roof is gonna have to be replaced over some period of time, so the Congress and the rich people are the congressmen, or the rich people to put the congressmen in place, they said, sign that depreciation bill. That just got put in the big, beautiful bill. 100% tax depreciation. I buy this building, I get a big write-off, okay? All this equipment in here, all this is depreciable, so I get to write all this off every time I buy it. It shouldn't be expense to your company. If you write it off as an expense, it's just an expense. If you depreciate it, you get to suck all of it out of this year's income. All that furniture we bought over there, okay? All right? Now, for those of you who want to learn more about that, I just gave everybody earlier, if you just came in the room, grantcardone.com/now. Anybody that grabbed that, I'll tell you about it later in detail, but I told everybody, the first 100 people that take advantage of that, without me even telling you what's in it, you literally just trust yourself, and you trust me, and you know you want to learn about this. Go to grantcardone.com/now, put your credit card in there. I think it's $297. It's ridiculous what I'm giving you. 2-day event, August 2nd and 3rd. You stay home.
We're going to give them weekly coaching calls. So for the next 2 weeks
don't tell them
on
everything.
Friday.
Don't tell them everything. Don't ruin it. You're ruining it, bro. Okay? but it's for you guys that are serious about learning, like the tax benefits. How do you beat the IRS? Okay? grantcardone.com/now. Take advantage of that. Also, I said I did leak it out that I'm going to give everybody that wants to come to the Scottsdale event. And I'll do this for everybody that takes advantage of it. If you can't make Scottsdale, I'll give you some other event we do, because we do 2 of these a year. Okay? You can come to the Miami event. Use it or lose it. I'll give it to you. Okay? All right. Number 3, market correction. You need to be in a market correction, and we're in one, and nobody's talking about it. This is the best kept secret in America today. The biggest single, the reason the secret's there, by the way, if they let the secret out, the banks will have a problem, okay? But we're in a massive market correction, okay? Let me see, what can I show you? I'll show you this deal right now. This deal is, man, I don't know if I should show this deal. Let me just show my deals that I did last year because they're done, but I can't do that. I got to show you this deal I'm talking about. First of all, this deal I'm showing you right here, I could never get this if we weren't in a market correction, okay? Now, a market correction can mean a couple things. It could be distressed assets. Okay, it could be a distressed seller. It could be a distressed seller. By the way, he could be very rich and still be a distressed seller. This does not mean he's like dying, okay? They're not gonna die. There's just something else they're trying to do. Or it could be distressed debt. Like that deal that I just bought, it was distressed debt. The debt was due and the guy couldn't pay it down. So I went and paid it down in the bankruptcy courts. Okay, the asset is perfect. Like, show them the Boca deal I just did. You cannot get more perfect than this. Not only is the asset perfect, but it was also distressed performance because of the distressed debt. Now, I'm going to teach you guys all this, okay? I mean, I can only do so much in 2 hours, but watch. I had a distressed asset. No, it wasn't a distressed asset. It was the distressed seller for sure. But actually, the seller kind of even lost control of it. The guy that owned it had now passed on control to the debt, which was Blackstone. Now, this is crazy because Blackstone has $1 trillion of assets under management. They could write a check for this in a second. And I'm like, how can I get this? Because when they're the debt, they can't buy it. You cannot distress a deal and be the buyer. There's a law. I did not know that. I'm like, why is Blackstone buying it? Because I was like, am I getting played here? Like Blackstone's 1,000 times bigger than me, okay? Like I'm a flea. And they're like, no, we can't because we're the debt. I paid off their debt, okay? It was $220 million of debt. The asset's probably worth $400 million bucks. It should be selling, this asset, if it was 2021, it would be selling for $360 million, and I paid $220. Or $235 is what I paid with fees, okay? And I had distressed performance. It's only got 85% occupancy on the asset. Why? People are like, why is the occupancy so low? Because the guy got, the distressed seller becomes distressed debt. They tied him up and said, you cannot spend any more money on the asset. So all the advertising stopped, the leasing agent stopped, any problems they were having on the property, performance went down, they quit paying attention, okay? This property right here, I'm gonna take these 366 units. We paid what did I pay, Sherry? $235 million, okay? Those assets would sell for $1 million each as condos, and they're already approved as condos, okay? So I could literally just say I'm gonna sell each one unit off. They're only $1 million each. You can't see it in this picture, but 2 properties over, connected to this, is a condo property where they sold from $3 to $6 million each, same size. Across the street from that on the golf course, you see those homes with the red roofs over there? Those are starting $14 million. Okay, so I know I could flip these off for 366. If I get $1.5 million each for them, we sell them for 400 and what would that be? 45 million or something. Now I'm not going to keep them as rentals if I do that. Okay, the assets are going to make about 4.75% a year just as rents. But what happens on this property if I keep this 10 years, let's say I don't do the condo and I don't do this condo and I just keep them, the rents are, I think the rents are $4,000 a month now. Okay, the average tenant makes 500 grand a year. They're paying $48,000. You need all this data, folks. You're going to have this data. Okay, they're paying, this is the rent. This is what they earn. I'm sorry, this is what they're going to pay a year. This is in 12 months. They're like, man, 48 grand, that's a lot of money. Okay, if you live out in St. Louis, you're like $4 grand a month. God damn, that's a lot of money. Not really, not there, it's not. Because across the street, the houses are 14 million. So you got to compare the rent to owning. Okay? If I sell that, it's going to be $1.3 million. If I take $1.3 million, I'm going to figure a mortgage on $1.3 million, just multiply it times 0.07, 91 divided by 12. It'll cost $7,600 a month for a mortgage before insurance, before HOA fees, before a down payment, okay, before PMI. This would be to own. Now, what does this suggest to you? This is a comparison between rent versus own. Like in the state of Florida right now, particularly Miami, you can rent for half of what it costs to own something. Jared, what is your house worth, Jared?
It just appraised for $7.6 million.
Mm-hmm. What would it rent for?
Probably 28 grand, 30 grand.
So it would rent for $2,500 a month. But if he was going to finance that, $7 million, even $5 million, let's say he gets a deal on it for $5 million times 0.07, the payments on that would be $30,000 a month. The rent is only how much?
No, the rent would be 25 grand a month, 30
Okay.
grand a month.
But,
My mortgage
again,
on it
you
now
would
is
still
17.
the owner would lose $10,000 a month. It is cheaper to rent in America than it is to own in the 50 largest cities in America. Listen to me, folks. Write this down. It is 50% less expensive to rent in the 15 largest cities in America, 50% lower than it is to own. Okay, what's the point? Where are these rents going to go? Okay, if it costs this guy $7,000, $7,600 a month to own a home before insurance, who knows what insurance is going to cost, if he can even get insurance. In California, you can't even buy insurance. I don't know if y'all noticed, Malibu, the fires in Palisades, Malibu, and what was that other little city? Altadena. I don't know if y'all saw it. They just passed a bill 2 days ago in the state of California. The Palisades are being converted to multifamily apartments, affordable housing. Okay, they're gonna grab those homes up, and they're gonna turn those into little smart cities. That's my home in Malibu right there. Good job, Johnny. Okay, everything burnt down next to me. 17 homes in a row burned down to me until the fire got to my place, and then it burnt down one of our bedrooms. We'll fix this. We'll be the only house remaining. I don't even know what this house is going to be worth in the future. I don't know if it's going to be worth more or less. If it's going to be worth more, it's going to be worth a lot more, because all the other homes are down.
It's a piece of history.
Huh?
It's a piece of history.
It's history, man.
History in the
People are like,
making.
man, you blessed, man. You blessed. You more blessed than those other people. What are you talking about, bro? I got concrete block. It's built of concrete, right asset in the right location. Don't buy timber in California if there's 8,000 fires a year. Have a brain, use a little common sense. Now, common sense. If the rents are $4 grand at that property in Boca, remember, I could sell it and make $100 million. I could do the condo myself and make almost $200 million. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this in your city with $3,000. Or I could not do either one of those and keep it. How many of you think in 10 years, let me just help me out here if you're paying attention, 2035. Trust me on this. This address is as good an address as you can get in the state of Florida, and absolutely, definitely Boca Raton. Boca's all rich people, mostly from New York, Chicago, Minnesota, California. A lot of divorcees live there, high earners. What do you guys think the rents will be in 2035? If they're $4 grand today, what do you think they're going to be? 10 years from now, in 10 years. 7, 12, 7 to 8, 12, 6,000, 6 to 8,000, 7 to 8,000, $6,000, 6,500, 8 to 10, 6,000. Let's go with the 10,000, okay? How do I figure out what my property's worth? It's called the increased value calculator. I'm going to give it to you later, but write it down now. You basically take the rent increase times 12 months and divide that by 0.06. I think I did that.
0.06 is the cap rate.
Oh, I'm
is the
sorry,
cap
I'm
rate
sorry.
of the property.
I'm sorry, I forgot this, okay? Rent increase, what, Jared?
No, just to make sure they know what the cap rate, that percentage is the cap rate.
Yeah, rent increase times the number of units, 366 units, times 12 months, divided by 0.06, or the cap rate. Okay, now this asset will never sell for a 6, but I'm being conservative. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to be conservative. I'm going to call it a 4, 0.04, 0.04.
Your increase went from 4 to 10, so that's 6,000 per unit, right?
No, I went from 4 to 6. We used an average rent of 6,000.
Okay.
Some of those were 8 and 10. They could go to 10, by the way. Let's say it just goes to 6. If you look at rent increases, they went from 275 to 600. Then they went from 600 to 1,600 in the last 25 years. Okay. In the next 10 years, I guarantee. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I'm telling you, we're going to print more money. And as you print money, prices have to go up. Okay. So let's see what y'all came up with. 2,000 times 366 times 12 divided by 0.04. What is that? Is that $219 million?
Yeah.
Okay, now you guys understand, okay? $100, who knows what that number represents? This number represents what? There's one right answer. Okay, what did I pay for the asset? I paid $235 million. Oops, 235. That's what I paid. What does this number 219 represent? Not the NOI, not the profit. Yes, Dorothy. The increased value based on the rental income, okay? So this is what I want you guys to write down as you're taking notes in your book to collect as much data as you can in a short period of time, okay? The value of the real estate depends on the number of units times the rent increases. The value of this real estate equals the number of units times the future rent increase equals future value. That's what you're banking on. So you need time and units. Okay? Now, how do you know the rent's going to go up? The location, and there's only a handful of locations in any market. I told you I was with this guy from Louis Vuitton. Okay, 40 years he's been with one of the richest men in the world, Bernard. Okay, they own Louis, they own Fendi, they own Gucci, they own everything. Tiffany's, they own it all. Okay, I don't know what their income is. Look up their gross income at Louis Vuitton. He works in the holding company. He literally manages all these assets and been there 40 years. I said, hey, how important is location? He's like, look, Grant, come on.
LVMH annual revenue is $88 billion.
$88 billion a year, okay? They're not known with giving things away. Like they don't. Louis Vuitton never has a sale. Like they get premium for everything. How do they do that? Location. He's like, location. I said, how many great cities are on planet Earth? He's like, you know what? That's a great question. And most people would say, how many great countries are on planet Earth? But he's like, you're right. He's like, there's only maybe 50 great cities in the world. So for all of you out there, you're like, what are those cities? Okay, if you're in China and you want to invest money in America, do you think those people are going to Wichita? Do you think anybody in China? Here's the little trick. The hack to know what a great city is to understand what cities are in movies. If the city's been in movies, bro, it's a great city. If it's never been in a movie, it ain't a great city, okay? Flint, Michigan, the only movie Flint, Michigan's gonna ever get is because the water's shit, okay? You understand? Miami used to be known because of TV. And that TV show, who remembers the name of that TV show?
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice,
Miami
baby.
Vice, bro. You know how much money that show cost this city in a negative way? A lot. So what are the great cities? San Francisco used to be. He agreed with that, by the way. He's like, it used to be. Miami's a great city today. Okay, we've definitely had a resurgence here. Miami's phenomenal. New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But after that, what are you thinking about? Denver? Nah, Denver ain't a great city. Dallas? Oh yeah, remember Dallas? The Dallas cheerleaders, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is on TV every Sunday. Okay, it's one of the biggest stadiums in the world. What was the other show? Dallas was on a TV show. Yeah, you remember the old Dallas show? Okay, Wyoming. Okay, Jackson Hole. Yeah, it's a great city, but it's not big enough. Okay, so like when you start looking around the country, where are the great cities in your market? London, Dubai. What are the new cities coming? Singapore. Okay, these are phenomenal places to invest. Orlando? Yeah, maybe. But what's Orlando known for? Really?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. You visit Orlando. You don't stay in Orlando. But the truth is, the people that go to Orlando actually have families there and they stay. So you have a lot of resiliency in that marketplace. All I'm saying is you want to understand things like location while you're doing this. Number 4, inventory glut, okay? There's an inventory glut available in America, why this opportunity is so good right now. We describe to you what inventory markets there's gluts in and where there's not gluts. Now, I'm not talking about housing gluts. I'm not talking about single family homes. Number 5, interest rates are falling. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they go up, but there's tremendous amounts of energy from DC and Donald Trump right now, and my friend over at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Bill Pulte. I don't know if you could pull up any of Bill's recent interest rate tweets or posts. Where he's hammering on Jerome Powell. Tariffs are actually good for existing build because they're going to quit building because of the tariffs. Now, some of you don't like the tariffs. I hope they keep them on because when they keep the tariffs on, the cost of glass, steel, plumbing, copper, all that goes through the roof. And when that goes up, housing stops. Number 7, the debt crisis. There are $4.2 trillion of debt maturing. I'm giving you hints, folks. This is called maturing debt. Oops. There's $4 trillion of debt maturing. Hint. What is this a hint to? Hint. When is loan due? Okay? Hint. It was a 3-year loan, a 5-year loan, a 7-year loan, or a 10-year loan. Hint. If it was done in 21, it was due in 24. And it's late in 25. Hint. If it's 5 years and it was done in 20, it's due in 25. It's due. Okay? Guess what? The debt's due and a correction. It forces a correction in place. It was a 7-year loan. They did the loan in 18. It's due in 25. You're looking for when they bought it, when they put the loan on, and how long the loan is. It was a 10-year loan. It's 25. The loan was done in 15. The loan is due. Guess what happens when the loan is due? Hey, man, I need my money, bruh. There's no extension on this loan. Loan is due. Pay the loan. Exclamation mark. Now. No extensions, okay? So watch what happens. Let's say this guy had an $800,000 loan and it's due. And when he bought this loan back in 15, look at the interest rates, Jared, in 2015. Jared, by the way, is the president of Cardone Training Technologies. It's an education company. This, by the way, this education today is brought to you by Cardone Training Technologies and all the great people at Cardone Training Technologies.
They were 4%.
Yeah, this loan was 4% when he bought the deal in 2015. This is a 2015 loan, and now the loan is due, and they're like, how much money? Because the lender, the borrower's like, I just want to refinance my property. Okay, now watch. 800,000. Let's say the loan amount was 800,000 times 0.04 equals $32,000. This was $32,000 Oops, $32,000, okay? Now I gotta be at the same $32,000 on interest on this loan, okay? But the interest rate's 7%. So I'm gonna take $32,000, divide it by 0.07, and it's gonna tell me that they can only lend me $457,000. See how I did that, Jared?
Yep.
So they're gonna be like, yeah, bro, we'll give you a new loan. You need to pay this loan down from 800 grand down to 457. You got to come up with $240,000. Well, why would I do that, dude? I don't know. I don't have $240,000. Let's say the loan's 80 million, okay? Am I out? Or let's say the loan was $10 million and the interest on that loan is $400,000 a year. Because the bigger the loan, the bigger the deals get, the more money you can make. And they're like, how much is this new loan going to be? Okay, well, the new loan's 7%. So what's the debt going to cost? If this deal supports 400 grand, back in what year did we say? 2015.
2015.
The interest rate's 4% right here. Now the interest rate is 7%. You take the 400 grand, divided by 0.07. Why do you want to know this? And this new loan is $5,714,285. Why do you want to know this? Because I want to know that I got a distressed seller with distressed debt. And he's like, I said, I'm not going to pay you $10 million. I'm going to pay you $9 million. Or I'm negotiating with the guy. Let's say he wants $12 million for the deal. Be like, bro, ain't nobody giving you $12 million because the new guy can only get a loan for $5.7 million. So we have to make you guys experts, not at when to buy it, where to buy it, and what to pay for it. I need to make you an expert. I need to make you an expert also if you haven't been exported. I need to make you an expert on how much debt will you get without you calling a bank. You need to tell the owner what the new loan's going to be without going to a broker, okay? Number 7 is a debt crisis. And this debt crisis is the only reason, write this down, the only reason you ever have a housing or real estate problem. This is 1990. This is 2008. And this is 2025. The only reason prices go down, they went down here, and they're going down now. The only reason you ever have this is because of debt. Okay? Bad debt, a debt crisis is your friend when you're a buyer. It is not a friend when you're an owner, and it's definitely not a friend when you're a seller. Okay? Now let's go to the next page. You want to make these notes real quick. I'm trying to convince you that real estate versus other asset classes is better for you. Number 1, why? Why is real estate better than stocks or a single family home or even the cryptos out there? Okay? Number 1, because cash flow. You want cash flow. Okay? While I buy something, I can actually get cash flow. Number 2, I get capital preservation. Means I don't lose money. Okay? Well, at least I have the asset. Okay? Even if it goes down, at least I have my cash flow and I have my asset. Number 3, I get big tax benefits. If you guys are trying to create wealth for yourself, the first place to create wealth for is go out and earn some money. Second thing is don't pay taxes on that money. Third thing is invest it where you get capital preservation. And the fourth thing is you start getting multiple flows of income. Number 4, you want to control appreciation. I want to know I'm going to get this over time, okay? Now, this guy that owns this deal back here, this guy, he's got a problem, okay? This loan's due. But if he had another 2, 3, or 4 years, he wouldn't have a problem at all. Remember my first deal? I bought that deal for $1.9 million with $350,000 down. That's all I paid for it was $350,000. I borrowed the $350,000 from other people to buy that asset. He paid $5.2 million to build it. I bought it from him, waited 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and sold it for $5.2 million. And shouldn't have sold it. It's worth $15 million today. It went up 3 times. I should have kept it, and the rents exploded, okay? Why does the value of a property go up? Only one reason, because the rents went up, okay? Number 5, you cash out without selling out, okay? Cash out, refi, okay? You cash out, refi. You cash out, but you don't sell out. I basically refinance the property at the right time, get my cash off the table. Jared, tell them about the first deal you and I did together.
Yeah, so I had just started making a little bit of money, had like 150 grand in the bank, and I was like, dude, what do I do with this? He's like, man, you need to get it invested. I was terrified that I had the money. I didn't know what to do with it. And he goes, man, you just need to invest it in real estate. Give it to me. I've been doing this a long time, and it's going to be a great thing for you. So I put 150 grand in the deal, and I started getting checks for about 2 grand every month. And then about 7 or 8 months later, he came back into my office and he gave me a check for 90 grand. And I was like, what's this for? He's like, well, we bought the deal, we improved the property, we got the rents up and got the occupancy higher. And so we went back to the bank and they gave us more money for it. So he gave me a check for 90 grand. And I said, well, what do I do with this? He goes, well, if I was you, I'd invest it in another deal. And I said, but what about the taxes I have to pay on this? He goes, you don't pay tax on that. It's a recapitalization of the money that you put into the deal, so there's no tax on it. And I was like, this is how people get rich.
Yeah. So if Johnny goes to my computer right now, you're going to see this deal right here. I bought this deal. This was $5.2 million. Jared put $150 down and I put $450 down. We put $600,000 down on the deal. I financed $600,000. Got a great loan on it, by the way. 10-year loan. Okay. Jared put $150 down. I put $450 down. Look, you don't have to start this size deal. Okay, but this is what we deal. This deal today's paid us back 3 times. 1 year
and
after.
We still own it.
Yeah, we painted it yellow. It's 100. Jared, what was it? 112 units. Okay, the guy wanted 6.8 million. He was hurting. His loan was due. Exactly what I'm telling you right now. Okay, we bought the deal. 30 days we closed it, paid it, had a loan in place. Okay, and the rents on that deal today are, well, let me just see. I'll show you on my sheet. By the way, this is for everybody. I'm gonna give you guys a treat right now. Everybody that took advantage of grantcardone.com/now, I'm gonna give you the spreadsheet that I use. This is our proprietary owned
deal tracking sheet
where I show you how the headlines of everything that I keep. Every deal I've ever done or lost or looked at or underwritten is in this performer. I'll show you. This is our portfolio right here. So I'm going to go to...
Yeah, the other thing too that I wanted to make sure people knew about is that we want to do for everybody who's taking advantage of this right now, because there's so many questions in here. For everybody who takes advantage of this, we're going to give you a free strategy call with one of our advisors so that you can get on the phone with them. They're going to ask you questions about what your goals are, and they're going to help you highlight a few of the things, the next steps that you should be taking as you get started. So in between, if you come out to the Scottsdale event, great. We've got the event coming up in a couple weeks. We've got coaching calls throughout the week, but you're also going to get access to a one-on-one call with someone from our team that's going to kind of help direct you and guide you and get you started based on your needs and your goals.
Yeah, and that's great, Jared, but just for the first 100 people. So the first 100 people that want to take advantage of that, if we haven't hit the number already, I don't want this to be a hard sell to you guys. This should be simple. This should be a no-brainer right now. You should be like, dude, I need to learn the game. Okay? You learn how to work. You learn how to be a bartender. You learn how to be a salesman. You learn how to market. Hopefully you learn how to be a wife or a husband. Hopefully. Okay? Hopefully you learn how to be a parent. My God, please. Okay? If you're gonna drive a boat, you got to learn how to do that. If you're gonna fly a plane, you got to learn how to fly a plane. Dude, if you're gonna learn how to get wealthy, shit ain't gonna happen because you're lucky. And it ain't gonna happen because of the government. And it's definitely not going to happen because you're a neighbor, because you're already in the wrong neighborhood. Okay? Unless you're in the right neighborhood, then the only way you're going to learn this is to go learn it. Okay? Now, what I want to do for you guys, I want to give you the tools you need. I told you I'll give you the increased value calculator. It's going to sit on your phone, and you can literally run in 6 seconds. I built these for my kids. I don't know if you have my kid underwriting a deal, Johnny, if you can find that. My kids can underwrite deals and they're 15 years old and 13. Okay, but this tracker I'm going to show you right here, that Jared kind of threw me off from. I wish he wouldn't have done that. See right here, the acquisition price was $5.2 million. Total capitalization was $5.3 million. I bought this in 2014. I have a 10-year loan on it. Okay, we invested $1.4 million. That's actually not quite accurate because most of that was capital CapEx. It makes $1.2 million a year. Okay, these are all my tracking. There's my debt today. I'm paid, Jared and I earn, that's cash flow. After debt service, we earn $632,000. What did we put down on it? $600,000. We get our down payments back every year. Every year we get our, so I can go to this sheet and see the deals I own, okay? The value today is $26,560,000. What do we pay for it? What do me and Jared pay for it? Jared put a 150 down, I put 450 down. Okay, my existing loan, what is the existing loan on this deal, Jared? $8.5 million, okay? You guys remember what I did here? $5.4 million. We put $600,000 down. We financed 4.8. What's the new loan, Jared? What does it say on that sheet of paper?
I think it's $8 million, $8.5 million.
$8.5 million. You're like, wait a minute, dude. Your loan, your first loan was 4.8. Yeah, that's right. And after 4 years, we went back and got new loans on it. We have taken $3.7 million out and divided it up. We took this money out and we still own the asset. Guess what the tax event on this $3.7 million was? Jared, you put in 150, I gave you your 150 back.
You gave me 90 back. I didn't pay tax on that. Then you gave me about 400 back 4 or 5 years later, and then we still own the deal.
Yeah, so I gave him his 150 back. I gave him 90 back. I gave him 400 back. He hadn't paid taxes on any of this. And we still own the deal, and we still get cash flow. And the cash flow, as you can see on this sheet, and again, I'm going to give this to everybody that took advantage of this in the first 5 minutes when I said, just trust yourself and trust me. If you do, go grab it, grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to give everybody that took advantage of that, and Jared said a call. I don't know how you process that many calls on a Saturday, but we'll try, okay? I'm going to give you guys this sheet. Notice refinance deals that I'm doing in here, portfolio deals that I'm trying to do, roll-up legacy deals, on market, working deals. Let me see where my lost deals are. Look at these lost deals. This is just lost deals, okay? You guys, this is, how many pages? I filled this out. Yours won't come filled in, but this is 313 lost deals. Check it out. I mentioned a deal called Hanover. Let me see if Hanover's in here, because Hanover was on the market 2 years ago. So the other day I got a phone call. Hey, Grant, Hanover's back. FG. Hanover and River Oaks. We offered $205 million for it last time and we didn't get it. They didn't sell it. It's back on the market today. So I put that in my lost deals. You're going to do this, folks. You're probably going to look at, I'm going to get in deals here in a second, okay? You're probably going to look at 20 to 30 deals to buy one. But it doesn't really cost any money to look at deals, okay? This is what you're looking for, though. I'm trying to get your head wrapped around right now. Why? Cash flow. You're looking for cash flow. 2, you're looking for capital preservation. You don't want to lose your money. You don't want to invest in North Dakota because you're going to lose your money in North Dakota. I'm just telling you. Not all markets are money makers. 3, you want tax benefits. 4, capital or control your appreciation. 5, you want to be able to cash out without selling at. 6, you could do a 1031. We exchange into a like kind and don't pay taxes on a win. I'll show you how to do that. 7, we want to scale this out. So if you're going to buy 4 units, I want to look at a marketplace where I can go buy another 4 units, 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 so you can scale the business out. If you're not going to scale it out, don't do this. And number 8, ultimately, we're looking to create generational wealth, okay? Now, in this 90 minutes, my goal is to show you where to find the deal, how to get debt on the deal. I don't know that I can accomplish all this in 90 minutes, but I'm gonna try. Where to get the equity from in a deal. 4, how to network in the deal, how to build a network of people from the plumber to the broker to the lawyer to the accountant. And number 5, how to build confidence to go do a deal. For all of you that took advantage of the offer that I made earlier to join me in this opportunity to learn real estate, this is what I'm gonna give you guys. It's Real Estate Interactive. It's our full real estate executive interactive 2-day event. Plus, I'm gonna give you today, you're gonna start with this master class right here. Okay, this event's gonna be on August 2nd and 3rd, but I want you to start on this. So that when you're calling into our office today and say, where do I start? This is where you start. Everybody on the phones today taking phone calls, Jared, this is where you start. Okay, you start on this class. This is how long is this, 16 hours?
It's 16 hours, yeah.
Okay, I had 100 people, paid me $10,000 each to come to this event. It was $1 million. I said, I'll do the event for $1 million, put 100 people in the room, and I did a 2-day event, 16 hours. You cannot learn this listening to this one time. This is pure genius for 16 hours, okay? I'm going over very complex strategies, how to get the debt, how to negotiate, how to get the best deal, how to move the owner to be supportive, how to do deals with no money down, how to raise all the money, okay? Freaking brilliant. This sells on our website for how much, Jared?
10 grand.
Okay, you can buy this if you want, by the way. If you want to go spend 10 grand, you can. Go to grantcardone.com / I think it's masterclass or grantcardone.com and look for the real estate masterclass. It's up there for probably $9,900 or something, okay? I'm going to give you our multifamily real estate book, the definitions, all the definitions I'm going to be going over with today. Brokers are going to use on you. Bankers are going to use because they all want to sound like they're so smart. They use all this vernacular that nobody understands. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you a strategy call that Jared mentioned. Can't buy that. We're going to give it to you today. Where are you? Where are you trying to buy? What are you trying to accomplish? How much money do you have? This is the questions the guys should be asking. I just went over them. How much money do you have to invest? How big is your network? Who could you raise money from? What market are you in? How much money do you have down? What's your credit score like? Do you have bad credit? If you do, no problem, by the way. I just need to know where you're at so we know where to get you started. How much do you want to do? 4 units? You want to do 14 units? You want to do 44 units? I mean, how big how much time do you want to spend on this? Do you want to become a professional real estate investor and spend 750 hours a year on it? Right now, most of you are spending 40 hours times 52. You're spending 2,080 hours a year working for somebody else, or you work for yourself and you're spending 44,000 hours a year freaking as a slave and the master, okay? Would you invest 750 hours a year so you never pay taxes on your income again? Because I would. All right, okay. Let me see, what else, Jared? What are we going to give them here? Yeah, that's good. That's enough, right?
We got
pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I tell you what else I'm going to do, okay? It's $297, and for everybody that takes advantage of it in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to also do this. I'm going to give you a credit at my store for $297, so you're basically paying nothing. Let's see how many stupid people are in the room. Okay? I'm going to give you a store credit for $297, and I'm going to throw in my cash flow hat. I'm going to throw in my 10X water bottle. This is stupid now, okay? I'm going to throw in my 10X day timer that you guys probably saw me, and my book, How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. I'm going to give you all that. How do we ship this to them?
We're going to ship it in a box.
No, but I know I ship it in a box, but who pays for the shipping? Okay, you guys got to pay for the shipping, okay? I cannot support the federal government's postal system, all right? So I'll give you all that. The cash flow hat is sick because this is what you want to do deals in because it has right here 10X on the side, okay? You got to get one of these, and I've autographed it for you, okay? And everybody looks good in a cash flow hat. I'm literally in the south of France. I walk in this place. I can't speak any French. I say, bonjour, 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 whatever, brazier. Okay? Is it Brazil or Brazil? Okay? And he's like, man, I like the hat. Cash flow. Cash flow goes all around the world. Okay? So any of you that want to take advantage of that, you got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to take advantage of it. I'll give all that to you. Let me get back to the material. For the rest of you in the room that just want to learn this because you have photographic memories and you know every detail how to keep all this data, which is almost impossible. Remember I said to you earlier, my first deal, I had marginal credit. It was a $78,000 asset. I put $3,000 down. It rents today for $2,800 a month. Okay, now when I was selling it, I sold it. It rented for $650 a month. The payments were like $400 a month, $450 a month, and I rented it for $650. The rents have gone up. How much is that? $250. The rents. Now, remember earlier I said, hey, the rents went from here to here, but in this market, the rents didn't go from $600 to $1,600. The rents went from $650 to $2,800. Okay, how much has the property's value increased? And by the way, I would not do this property again. What I would have done, if I knew now, what I didn't know then, was I'd have bought this whole street. I'd have bought everything on the street. I'd have 10 properties on one side of the street, and on the next side of the street, I would have 10 more. Actually, I wouldn't have that street because the street was the wrong location. Now that I know what I know, if I'd have just bought 3 blocks over and paid a little more, the rents would have gone up 10 times, not 4 times. But I did this. So what's this property's new value? If the rents went up $2,200, the property's worth $440,000 more than what I would have paid for it back then, okay? I paid $78,000, or that was the price. It's $528,000 today. Let's just go see on the internet if this math is even any good, okay? I'm gonna put in, you guys probably have it in here already for me because you're so good. 1117 Sheffield. If you can't see it, don't believe it. That's a t-shirt. Oh, there it is. That's it. What are the rents now? Let's see. Price unknown because it's not for sale. It's only been sold twice in 50 years. 50 years. You guys understand that piece of real estate has been there since 1955. Actually, this property has been around longer than I have been alive. 69 years. No, 70 years. The estimate on this property today, how close am I? With just my math, based on the rent, it says the estimate is $620,000. I'm off by $100,000. So this just shows you, substantiate the math. Okay, the rents on this property today is $2,742 a month. What is that rent right there? Okay, so like folks, if the teacher in your professor class is going to teach you about something, Jared, then bro, like show me. You're making $80,000 a year teaching me, and I want to earn $8 million. Like, how can this is a problem? Okay, show me that you've done this. All right. Okay, let's get back to the next deal. Second deal. I bought this deal. $92,000. Sold it 3 years later. Made $32,000. Today's value, $1.7 million. What did I do wrong? Who knows what I did wrong on this deal? Both these deals. Okay, I need to see the chat. What did I do wrong on both these deals? I sold them. Okay. Second thing I did wrong, I should have bought the whole neighborhood. I should have bought everything on the street. Okay. Okay, that's what we said earlier this morning. You have to scale what you're going to do out. If you're only going to do one, listen to me, warning for everyone. If you're only going to do one deal, don't do the first deal. Just be a passive investor. Okay. Do not do one deal. If you're only going to do one, if it's 1x, be a passive investor. Meaning you become a limited partner, an LP. You are limited partner in the transaction. Find somebody that wants to be the general partner, GP. You'll hear these terms, GP and LP. The GP runs the deal, they run control, and you're the limited partner. You have money in a deal with limited influence on what happens with the deal. Third deal I did. The deal that got me hooked forever. Okay, I took 48 units during a debt crisis. One of the biggest debt crises many of you don't remember because you weren't alive. Jared, when were you born, Jared?
1983.
Yeah, he was 10 years old. 600 banks in America collapsed. 600. You know you're going to have another 600. This country, America, has more banks in it than any other country on the planet. We have way too many banks. Many of them are underfunded in problems right now. Let me see, banks. Florida Atlantic University report shows significant deterioration in U.S. banks' balance sheets due to high CRE exposure. What was Target? Okay. Nearly 2,000 banks. Johnny, can you show them what I'm reading right now? This is what it takes, folks, to have some intelligence. At least you got to look some stuff up. Okay. Nearly 2,000 banks are at high risk today. Because of what? CRE, commercial real estate exposure. You guys are watching on Instagram, you're watching on X, you're watching at TikTok right now, man. I'm telling you guys, this is the greatest real estate correction in my lifetime is happening right now. It will dwarf. Let me see. It will dwarf what happened in 2008. Let me see. I'm looking up something right now to surprise you guys. Let me see. How big? I'm looking. On July 15th, today's what, 20th, 19th?
19th.
The real estate REIT, the REIT market, will move through major consolidation over the next 18 months due to loan maturities. There are some 190 REITs. This was reposted, by the way, by Bank of America, not Bank of America, Bank Trust. On July 14th, Treasury Secretary Bessent has to influence the 10-year Treasury rate downward, or institutional commercial real estate will break down at levels that will make 2008 market housing crisis pale in comparison. This is happening, folks. It is now is the time for you guys to get serious. Like, today's great. You're going to learn you're going to get excited about it. It's in your neighborhood. Wherever you live, you can find this. It is everywhere, but it is not in single-family homes, okay? It is not in the first two deals I bought. If you can't see it, don't believe it. Show me them receipts. And then it needs to say that, show me them receipts, okay?
Hey,
Awesome.
G, just for context,
Yeah, please.
when the housing market collapsed in 2007, between 2007 and 2009, there was $1 trillion of bad debt. And so just for context, this is more than double that size.
Could be 4 times that size. And this time it's not Betty that bought a second house. This is Blackstone that bought 10,000 in Florida. This is Brookfield. Jared, look up Brookfield. What's Brookfield got? Assets under management. It's a Canadian company. Okay, there's 190 REITs in this country, folks. Okay, the average REIT's probably, I don't know,
900 billion.
Brookfield. Okay, now put in Brookfield. How much debt has Brookfield walked away from? Some of that stuff comes better from Grok. How much debt has
They've
Brookfield
defaulted on over $1 billion in debt.
defaulted on?
Yeah, $1 billion.
That's not even a number to them. That's like, and they're in business.
Well,
the next
actually,
day.
that's not correct because they defaulted on $1 billion in loan defaults tied to the downtown LA properties.
Yeah, exactly.
The
In one market.
LA office properties, they did $1 billion. They defaulted on $1 billion just there.
Yeah, exactly. Let me put in BlackRock now. Watch this. So you guys, this stuff doesn't even get covered. BlackRock. How much debt has BlackRock defaulted on? 2 years ago, I said this was happening 2 years ago. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with over $10 trillion. Okay? Defaulted on $4.4 billion in mortgages on 2 Manhattan projects. Okay? BlackRock successfully priced $3 billion senior. I mean, this is, you see, they walk away every day. They don't even worry about it, okay? Now, those people, by the way, are not those big institutions, folks. Regardless of how many of you see a headline, oh, BlackRock's buying single-family homes. Not true. They are not buying single-family homes. They're buying companies that acquired 8,000 single-family homes, but they're not buying one at a time. So this is the asset classes you want to quickly write down that you're looking for. Okay, or the different types of asset classes. Number 1 is single-family homes. Number 2 is mansions. Number 3, apartments. This is the one you're looking for right here. It looks like this: 200 units, 300 units, 16 units, 32 units. Okay, office buildings. Leave them alone. You can't do them, and you're not going to convert them. Retail. It's already over. You should have been buying these during COVID. You missed the time. Leave it alone and leave it to the professionals. Number 6, self-storage. It's overpriced right now. 7, mobile homes, if you can do it. Land, farm, oil lease, or empty lots. Are they seeing the pictures, Johnny? Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, they
You
are.
don't know what you're doing. Fucker, you're not a farmer, and you're not, what's his name, on Wyoming, Yellowstone. John Dutton. You ain't John Dutton, bruh. Oh, I got to go buy me 12 acres of empty land. No, no cash flow, no tax write-offs. Leave it alone, okay? Real estate is not created equal, folks. There's one in here that is best for you, better for you than any other asset class, and it's the first one: apartments. They protect your capital. They provide cash flow, long-term appreciation, tax write-offs, good debt, protect you against inflation. It's proven and tested. It's easy to scale. It's why LA is going to turn the Palisades into affordable housing, whatever that means. That's a micro smart city, the 15-minute cities. It is very difficult to disrupt. The only problem with this stuff is it's not liquid, meaning when you bury your money in it, the money is gone. But I'm going to tell you guys, back to me, Johnny, I think you guys should be illiquid, because when you're not liquid, you're not stupid. When you're liquid and you got cash, how much cash do I have on me today? None. Okay, the most I can lose today is my AirPods, and I probably will. By the way, I need some new AirPods. Sherry, I have a orange, Beats. It's brand new. It's got a charger. I want to give it to one of our guys today, who our best performer today. Okay, or one of our greatest customers or something. I don't know. Give it to somebody. If y'all can grab it out of my bag so they can see that I'm actually validating what I'm telling. I brought it over here to give it to somebody, and a bunch of great clothes that I can't wear anymore because I'm all beefed up now. Okay, this is where I started, folks. I started, my first deal was a couple $100,000. I bought 3 deals. It was $200,000. I had assets. Okay, I'm 28 years old. Okay, this is my assets. Nothing. I own a car. No, I don't. I have a demo. I'm renting an apartment. I have no assets. I had $3,000 in my pocket. I had to hustle every day. Guess what? I went and bought 2 pieces of real estate, and I had $200,000 worth of assets. This is what happened to me. Boom! I got $200,000. This is $200,000, and this is $5 billion now. Okay, so I go from 0 down here, no assets. This is assets. You need to start collecting assets, not girlfriends. Okay? I get an asset, bang, I go buy some apartments. I have $200,000 worth of assets. More importantly, I had cash flow. This was considered, by the way, an asset by my banker. I said, well, what if I live in it? If you live in it, listen to me, folks. If you live in it, it's not an asset, the banker told me. I said, really? He's like, no, bro. If you rent it, it's an asset. If you live in it, it's a liability, okay? I learned how to do this game. I practiced for 3 years. I went 3 years. This is now 30 years. Okay? Yeah. Give this to one of our guys today. I just bought this, okay? And I love the color. Jared, you want those, Jared? They look good, don't they?
He does a good job.
Yeah, man. That's
If you
a good
do a good
looking
job
set of-
today,
set of
Jared,
earbuds.
All right. Or maybe we give this to one of our one of the people to show up and I'll sign it. Give me a Sharpie. I'll sign it right now. We give it to one of the random people that show up in Phoenix. Okay. How do we tell people where it's at, Jared?
The Omni Tempe in Phoenix.
We'll send them all the info when they check out. We'll send them all the info.
We're going to give this to one random person that walks in, okay? Brand new Beats. Fantastic product, by the way. Beautiful. And I like it better than the Apple product. See? 10X.
There you go.
Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. 200 grand. Okay. In the next 3 years, I would have $7 million of assets. Still didn't have a car, didn't own a car, leased it, had a job, renting an apartment, and I got $7 million. This is my graph. I'm just telling you, any of you guys can do this. In what is that, Jared? What are those years? That's from 1983 to 1991. I went from no assets to $7 million worth of assets. In 10 years, I had 38 million. In, let's see, what is that? 20 years, I had 95 million, 2,000 units. Went backwards in 2008. I sold everything, by the way, in 2007. Somebody thinks I know something. Sold everything I had. Went to 500 units, cashed out, got through 2008, and then you can see the rest of the ride. This is just the real estate. Today we own about $5 billion worth of real estate, $5.2 billion, and a bunch of units, okay? So this is not income. Everybody understand? This is an asset graph. An acquisition graph. Where did I learn this? I've spent thousands of hours studying Sam Zell, Donald Bren. Donald Bren's one of the greatest real estate investors in history. He basically created all of Orange County. Fred Trump, Donald's dad, tremendous real estate guy. Okay, all right. So now, what I want to do real quick before I get into the increased value calculator, I want to show you guys that there's deals out there. Okay, I'm using I'm going to show you a couple of different apps, and I'm going to talk to you today about where to find the deals. And then, Jared, maybe we open it up to a few questions, Jared, or maybe bring in some people that have gotten involved with us, Jared, on the real estate after this. Okay, I want to show you guys where the deals are and how much the deals are, because some of you are thinking, man, I can't buy an $8 million deal. I can't buy $3 million. I don't have millions of dollars. I'm going to show you where to find deals, okay? And I'm going to show you there's a glut. This is just multifamily in the United States of America, okay? I can't get this big enough to show you all the properties. Billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. This is random now, okay? This is Old Town Katy Quadplex. This is 4 units in Katy, Texas. Random, this is completely random. I have no idea if it's a good location or not, okay? Based on current Fannie Mae regulations, I'm a preferred borrower at Fannie Mae. You want to be preferred, by the way. You could buy this deal with what is that, Jared, $32,500?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you like, I don't have 30.
5% down.
Huh?
You can anything 4 units and under, you can buy with 5% down up to a $1.396 million loan value.
Yeah, Jared's giving you the data here, okay? Up to $1.4 million, up to $1.396 million, you can buy that deal. You'll get a lower interest rate on that deal right there than you would buying a single family home. Why? Because the default rate on that asset is like 6 times lower than a single family house is. Okay, look at this. Here's another deal. Here's a deal in Baltimore. Completely random, folks. 3 units, 150 grand. You can buy this with 45,000 bucks. No, I don't have 45,000. Good. Raise it. Raise the 45,000.
No, you could buy it with 7,500 bucks.
Yeah, $7,500. I'm sorry, $7,500.
And you don't even need the 7,500. You could raise the 7,500 from somebody else.
Yeah. Here's
Most all of the biggest real estate investment companies in the world use almost none of their own money. They raise all of their money. The BlackRocks, the Blackstones, the Brookfields, these guys all raise almost all of their capital comes from investors.
Yeah.
Here's a very common in the real estate space.
Here's 6 units in Brooklyn, in the Bronx. I don't have a price. It's going to auction, by the way. It's a mix of 1 studio, 1 2-bedroom, 2 3-bedrooms, and 2 4-bedrooms. I wonder what this is worth, man. Who knows? Around the corner from the neighborhood retail. Let's see. I don't know this market. 4,300 square feet. It's got vacant garage space. I wonder what the rents are here. Well, let me see if I can even get in here. I can't get in here right now because I'm not logged in. Here's another deal. This $1.5 million in Pensacola, Florida, 136 units. Now, I own 1,100 units in Pensacola, so I know this is a great market. 1,500, let me see, divided by 136. It's $110,000 a unit, Jared. You believe that?
Crazy.
I'll bet these rents, this is called the 1% rule, by the way. 1% rule is if you take the unit price and divide by the rent per month, okay, and if it equals 1%, you should buy the real estate, okay? Because in this case, you would need the rents to be what, Jared? At $110,000 a unit, is that what it is?
$1,100 a month.
Yeah, see, this is going to an auction, okay? This might not even hit that number. I could show you 10,000 properties that are in auction right now. So you need the rents to be $110. I'm sorry, $1,100 a month in Pensacola to support the 110, the 1% rule. Okay, here's the deal. How much would this be, Jared, with 5% down? 15 grand?
That would be $16,000.
Yeah, $16,000. Okay, you see this cap rate right here? It says if you paid cash, that's what you would earn on your money, 6.6%. Well, you're like, man, is that good? Let me see, 6.6% is what you're earning to own something. You're being paid to own something. That's a good deal. I don't care if it's 2.5%. You're being paid 6% to own something, okay, versus having money sit in a bank and earn 0.025%. Saving is, this word should not even be used. This should be disallowed in banking, that you're saving money. You're not saving money, you're losing money. All saving equals losing. Why? Because inflation is at 3%. So the cost of goods and services is going up 3% and you're only earning 0.025, okay? You're losing. No economist would tell you you're earning money here. You're losing 2.07 or 2.75% a year on your money, at least. It is impossible to save money. All money should be used for investing, and then later, this is what I do. This is what I've been doing since I was 30 years old, proud to say it. I use all money, all income, particularly in the beginning years, is invested. Now, this is very difficult to do, folks, and you better have a strong-ass wife, okay? And you better have kids that shut it down, okay? In the beginning, all income was invested because you'll have no money left over. Literally, like you're investing all your money, you're depriving yourself of living standards. Your living standards aren't good, but bro, you're collecting assets that one day later will fund your living standards. You just got to put it off a little while. Now, most people don't do that. They earn income and they do this. You don't want to do that. You want to take your earned income and you want to collect assets. You want to invest in assets, not bracelets. Rappers, ball players, they're stupid. They earn all this money, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, a billion. All you athletes out there, all you rappers, you're stupid. Okay, you're not financially literate. You're illiterate. You're not financially illiterate. You're undisciplined. Okay, you're like, I deserve a bracelet. I deserve a necklace. I deserve a car. Mama deserves a house. No, she don't. You need assets. These assets throw off cash flow, and now you could be stupid. Let the free cash flow be stupid out of cash flow. Don't be stupid out of broken knees and necks and backs, and your career's going to be over. Okay? All the ball players do this. Like 98% failure rate, bankruptcy rates are through the roof. You earn a little bit of money for a short period of time, okay? Now, if you're smart, Elvis did it. He blew it all, okay? He ends up passing. Michael Jackson blew it all. Not even the place he lived at. That place, Neverland. Neverland. Okay, that place lost money, okay? Mike Tyson, my friend Mike Tyson, 400 million. I said, Mike, if you'd have bought all the real estate that I've been buying, you wouldn't have never lost your 400 million. Nobody could steal it from you, okay? Now, to do this, folks, you need to make a commitment to never, ever being liquid. You do not want to be liquid. The banks want you to be liquid, okay? I learned this in 2008. In 2008, if you had liquidity, you paid the banks. If you didn't have liquidity, you were forgiven. Okay? You're like, I don't want debt. The government you live in, the United States government has $36 trillion of debt and pays $1 trillion in interest every 3 months. And you don't want debt? You're responsible for all that debt. You're the only one in the equation without debt. Okay, you want good debt. You want good debt, and the only good debt in this country does not come on a credit card ever. It comes in income-producing properties that produce cash flow and tax write-offs and capital appreciation in great locations. Okay? Now, I know I'm giving you a lot. I apologize. I said I was going to be here 90 minutes. I've been here 2 hours. We started 2 hours ago right now. I apologize if I'm going too fast, if I'm covering too much information. I have how many more pages do I have here? I got 53 slides in here I haven't even covered. I would like to spend, I'd spend a year with you doing this. I'm going to spend 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, in Phoenix, Arizona. What hotel is that? The Tempe?
Omni. The Omni in Tempe.
Dude, I'm giving you the ticket. I'll give you the ticket. Just come sit with me for 2 days. Oh, I ain't got 2 days. That's your problem. If you had some assets, if you put some ET on your ass, you could get away, okay? But I got a job. Okay, but that's great you got a job, and you shouldn't leave your job, and you shouldn't let your company down. I'm not suggesting you do that. But at some point, you got to figure out how to put some ET on your ass. You got to get some assets. At some point, you guys got to figure out, okay, when am I going to invest in this? If you guys can't travel, guess what? August 2nd and August 3rd, I'm going to do 2 days with you. Is that a Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah.
Saturday, August 2nd, August 3rd. If you make the time, I'll make the time. Go to grantcardone.com/now, grantcardone.com/now. It's grantcardone.com/now. And this is what we're going to do for you. Johnny, can you put up the opportunity? Okay. Again, I don't want this to be a hard sell. Guys, this either makes sense to you or it doesn't. I'm going to show you the best markets in the country to invest in. I'm going to show you how to buy it, how to fund it, how to find it, how to negotiate it, what price to pay. And I'm going to support you between now and then. Okay? This is not just a 2-day event. I'm going to support you for the next 3 weeks. This is what you get for $297. It's a $13,000 opportunity that we're going to do for $297. And I told everybody I'd give you the $297 back. And I will. I'll extend that to everyone that wants to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity to take advantage of the real estate correction. I'm going to give you the 2-day real estate event for you and your family, by the way. You want to bring your dad, you want to bring your cousin, your brother, your mother, bring everybody, bring your kids, okay? I'm going to also give you the real estate investing masterclass. It's a 16-hour class. You own this for life. I'm going to give you the dictionary for all the multifamily terms you're going to need. I'm going to give you a coaching call every Friday at 3 p.m. You just join me from your phone, and it's a mentoring class. How many people in that class, Jared?
We've got probably 3,000 members.
People asking questions, looking at deals, pricing deals. Tremendous networking opportunity to bring people together. You know, the Bible says when more than two people come together, is it more than two? Look up the
When two or more are gathered together, I am in your presence.
Say again, Jared.
So saith the Lord.
Say it again.
When two or more are gathered together, I'm in your presence.
So it's got to be more than two. It can't be you and your husband, okay? That's a different thing. That's you making babies, okay? It's got to be two or more. And if it's two or more and you're doing that other thing, then that's like a Diddy party. So you don't want to go there, right? This is two or more. Come together to mastermind about real estate. You'll find a deal, okay? You're going to get a one-on-one call today. As long as we can support these, I'll do a one-on-one call. Where are you at? What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you going? What market are you in? And I'm going to give you our instant underwriting calculator. Plus, I'm going to give you our
increased
value calculator. Okay, the increased underwriting calculator. I'm going to show you here in a second. It shows you exactly what you should offer or pay for a deal. Okay, it's a $13,000 opportunity. I'm going to do it for $297. The website's grantcardone.com/now. I'm going to send you a bunch of gear out. 10X stickers, 10X family stickers, a cash flow hat, the real estate investing book. We've sold hundreds of thousands of copies of this book. I'm going to give that to you as well. And I'm going to give you a credit at our store for $297. You're virtually getting the offer for free. And by the way, if you don't like it, what, Jared? What do you want to do if somebody's not happy?
If they show up to the event, and if you spend 2 days with us and for whatever reason you don't think it was a worthwhile investment, then just call the office. We'll give you 100% of your money back. You can keep the swag box. If you use the credit, then obviously we can't refund you, but 100% money back guarantee. You show up, you don't think it's worth it, we'll send you your money back, no questions asked.
And my friend Cindy came to this and she said, Grant, you gave me the confidence I need. There's basically 5 things you have to have in a real estate deal. Confidence is one of them. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to do a deal. She's now analyzing 10-unit deals in new markets, okay, where she couldn't do that in the past. A guy named Lucas Jensen. Lucas, he walked away with a 235-unit deal. Okay, now, are you going to find a 235-unit deal? I don't know. My boy down in Austin, Matt, he's bought 6 deals, all over 200 units. Okay? It depends on how much time and energy you put into this and how serious you are. If you guys are serious, put 10X in the chat. If you're serious about buying real estate and taking advantage of this moment in time, okay? Put 10X in. Yeah, there's a bunch of serious people. If you're as serious as Yon Carrillo, he bought a 4-unit deal. He thought those were big before he got involved. Now he's pursuing 30-unit deals on a daily basis. Nabil George, he went to our interactive event that I'm inviting you guys to and giving to you for free. He's underwriting 100-unit deals now and rocking the cash flow hat. David Sago. He used to think fix and flips were the way to go, but after Grant's Interactive, he realized that multifamily was the true path to creating wealth, and he's confidently calling brokers and underwriting deals every week. Tony Cortez. Grant's Real Estate Interactive gave him the strategy and the confidence to approach brokers and ask the right questions. Now he's talking to brokers is easy. So why now, folks? Why do you want to do this right now? Why? Because you're in a real estate correction. And no one is talking about this correction. What everybody is talking about is single family homes. I'm going to show you.
Can I say one thing real quick while you look that up?
Go ahead.
I just pulled some stats. In 2020, the default rate for commercial real estate was 0.3%. In 2025, it was 1.5%. So it's
5 times.
What's that? It's a 5x in delinquencies and defaults. Now, that's not something you should be scared about. That's the thing that you should be excited about. They say when there's blood on the streets, that's what you want to buy. That's when you want to buy. That is the moment you're in right now. People are losing deals. They're going back to the banks. The banks are in the loan business, not the real estate business. They don't want to own properties. So these people have to walk away from their equity. They have to walk away from the deal. And now the bank's going to hire a broker and go get us out of this deal.
Look at the data right here. The data is here. If you guys don't believe yourself, listen to a guy that does real estate every day. Every day I do this. I closed a $235 million deal yesterday. Not last week, not last month, yesterday, okay? New residential construction press release. This is a great, census.gov is a great place for you to go to. NMHC, another great place to resource data. CoStar has tremendous data to resource. You could spend up to $50,000 to $75,000 a year getting some of this. Some of it's for free. U.S. single-family home building hits an 11-month low. Why, well, what's the point of that? If you're building fewer homes in America, what happens to rents? They do this, okay? You're not going to have a an ownership crisis in this country. This will not be a single-family home crisis in America. It will not happen. Why? 70% of all debt on all loans in America are under 4%. You ain't got a debt crisis in America for single-family homes. And if you don't have a debt crisis, remember earlier I showed you this thing? Okay, this is 1995, this is 2008, and this is now. You cannot have a housing problem. You cannot have a slump in prices. Prices do not go down if you don't have a debt crisis, ever in the history of the world. I can show you this again. Interest rates and home prices for 100 years. If you're not a professional at this, folks, get a professional, okay? Like they say, hey, don't try this at home. You could try it at home. You're never going to ever 10X without a coach. So I don't know who your coach is going to be. You want to do a fix and flip? Guess what? You fix it, you flip it, and you pay taxes. But I never want to flip nothing, okay? I want to get it, keep it, and I want to refinance it every 7 to 10 years, pull all my money out, and repeat that every 7 to 10 years, pull my money out again. 7 to 10 years, pull my money out again. 7 to 10 years, pull my money out again. 7 to 10 years, pull my money out again. And guess what? Die. And then give it to my kids and let them do that freaking thing every 7 to 10 years until they're doing whatever the hell they want on this planet, okay? Historical data reveals a range of interest rates from 2.65 to as high as 18.63 in 1981. See this graph right here? This graph is talking about interest rates over 100 years. You're going to see prices do this the entire cycle. Even when rates went up, prices went up. In fact, when rates go up, people don't sell their homes. When rates go down, people sell their homes. And when people sell their homes, prices come down. The only way interest rates go down, the only way prices actually go down in this country is if rates go down. When rates go down, rates do not make prices higher. Rates going down means there's activity and supply in the food chain. See, right now we have supply in the food chain. You have supply in the food chain. You got a lot of supply, but no activity. So you could read this headline. Single-family home starts are down 2025. Let me see, sold. Single-family homes sold. Like there's almost no homes being sold. Ask any guy in the real estate business. Homes in Bristol County sold for lower prices recently. Yeah, but from where? See, you see the headline. Oh, they're selling for 10% less than they were listed for. Yeah, they went up like 100%. So what? Let's see here. Why am I getting all this data from other places? Let me see. In May 2025, sales of new single-family homes were at seasonally adjusted at an annual rate of 623. A 13.7% decrease compared to the previous month. Okay, these homes are not selling. Why? Because somebody's going to rent the house and nobody's in a concern to sell the house. Now, that's single family. Single family will not correct. Multifamily will correct. Why? Because the loan is due. How long is a 30-year mortgage? 30 years. Okay, when you buy apartments, how long is the loan? 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years? Maybe 12 years, but most of it is going to be 3 to 5 years. And that's why you're having a housing correction there, not in the other place. So why real estate? Why buy real estate? Remember, one, you're protecting your capital. When you guys pick a deal, capital preservation. Why real estate? One, capital preservation. Two, you want cash flow. If it doesn't have these things, leave it alone, okay? Three, it's a real asset. It's real. It's not a piece of paper. Four, taxes. We talked about that earlier. Five, long-term appreciation. Okay, I'm trying to justify to you why this is going to happen. In 1950, people were buying homes. People coming back from World War II, they're coming home, man, all these factories dumped out. I got to buy a house. We're going to have babies. You had the baby boomer. Every family, like my family, had 5 kids. I need a house. We need to own the house. It was proud. You were proud to own a home. In 2025, 75 years later, people are like, dude, I don't want to own a home. Okay? The Gen Z, is it Gen Z? Jared, what is your kids are going to be who, Jared? What generation is that? Gen W? He wasn't listening to me, huh?
My kids?
Your kids.
What about their generation? I missed the question.
What about them, dude? Okay, in 1950, you guys know how much this house was in 1950? $17,000. How much is it today? $440,000. And you're like, man, I should have bought a house. No, you should have bought the neighborhood. If you would just go over 2 blocks, you would have found, let me see here. I'm going to show it to you right now. Let me see. I want to go, look at this. I'm going to go 4 units. There's over 500 results. Give me a city, folks. Throw a chat in the city. I'll show you how random this shit is. This is everywhere. Okay, Seattle. Let's go Seattle. I saw Seattle. Seattle. Very difficult market, by the way. Expensive as hell, man. Unbelievable. Blue, demographics are blue there. Blue, Democrat, liberal. Rents are going to be through the roof. Through the roof, okay? Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco. You show me a Democratic city, and I'm going to show you rents going through the roof, okay? Chicago, New York. Give me some more. Boston, fucking like through the roof, okay? Miami's Democratic, okay? The state of Florida is Republican, but Atlanta, okay, through the roof. All these cities that are like, oh, we want to help the renter. No, you don't want to help anybody, bro. What you do is you limit supply. You don't let people build, and the prices explode. Top most expensive rental cities in the country. Look them up. San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle. Where else would we be? New York City, definitely. $5,800. Average rent in New York City, $5,800. You look out your little window of your 800 square foot unit, and you look and see another brick unit, and they're probably 40 or 50 years old. They're scraping buildings down on the brick, rehabbing them from the inside, making them brand new, and they're making them $9,000 a month for 900 units. Guess what? The rents in your market, if there's any job growth there, they're going to increase, okay? There's one deal for sale in Seattle, Jared. There's 4 units. Now look at it compared to some of the prices I showed you guys earlier. It's $1.4 million. Now, before you say that's too much money, understand you're in one of the tightest real estate markets in the world, Seattle. Boeing, Microsoft, you got to know your job market. You got to know who's the jobs here, dude. And what do the jobs pay? They pay whatever. I think Boeing pilots, Jared, look it up. How much did what was the pilots increase this year? I think they doubled or tripled.
It was 38%.
Yeah, okay. So this deal, before you guys say it's too much money, understand how much can you buy this deal for? 5% down. So 5%, $75,000. This is called leverage. You own a $1.5 million piece of real estate. GrantCardone.com/now, by the way, guys. We only have space for like 80 more people if you guys want to take advantage of this. GrantCardone.com/now. We're going to keep selling this. We're going to take the $297 off. We're going to take the money back guarantee off. We're going to take the $297 credit off. We're going to take the box out, the mastermind, and we're going to sell the entire program for $997 just for the 2-day workshop. Everybody that's already signed up, you got the box, you got the masterclass, you got the Q&A call. I'm giving you the dictionary. I'm going to give you the book, the instant underwriter calculator, the increased value calculator, and the strategy call, and the special 10X toolkit. Plus, I'm going to give you the 2-day event live if you want to come Monday and Tuesday of this week. I'm going to give you the weekly call for free, okay? And I'll give you your money back of $297. I'll do all that for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to take it off, and then we're going to sell it to my 16 million followers online. Okay? For all of you who want to take advantage of this, how many people showed up for wanted to come to this? Registered. 45,000. Okay. 45,000 people registered for this event, and I'm showing you one asset in one city that I randomly picked that I'm telling you is probably a steal. For $75,000, you're like, I don't have 75 grand. Good. Get 10 people that have 7,500, or do this. Get one guy in Seattle that's got $75,000, and you guys split the deal 50-50. Why would he put the money up and split the deal with me? Because he's got the money, which means he's got work. He ain't got time. He gives you the 75 grand, you buy the deal, you find it, you fund it, you manage it, you handle it, you increase the rents on it. Let's see what the rents are. By the way, the little thing looks cute. Now, if you're in Texas, in Dallas, you're like, shit, that ain't cute. Bro, you're in Seattle now, bro. Welcome to Seattle. How many people live in Seattle? One of the great cities in America, by the way. A unique opportunity to acquire small investment development parcel. Oh, it's a development parcel. Oh, this is a land grab. This is a cash flow deal that's going to be a vertical building one day. 755,000. Yeah. Okay. Look up the average income in Seattle, Jared. I'll bet you it's double America.
70 grand.
Yeah, it's 20,000 higher than the average. Let's see here.
Average U.S. income is 40.
Yeah, okay, there you go. It's almost double. So everything's relative, right? So let me see, value add, land bank. It's a land bank. It's a land bank deal. Could y'all pull up that deal I bought in Boca? Me and Bob bought that deal. What was it called? We don't have it anymore. We sold it because it was a land bank. I was waiting for somebody to come buy it. Let me see. Grant Cardone buys Boca deal. People made fun of me. Buys Boca. What was the name of that deal? It was called Boca. Let me see. Call Ryan. I don't have it anymore. Sold it. Probably shouldn't have. Boca.
Realm?
Yes. Realm. Boca Realm. 102. Yeah, 102 units. Let me see. Real estate mogul. Boca Realm 102. Let's see. Yeah. So these people now there's two. Never mind. One guy says I paid too much. The guy before me paid $4 million. I paid $12 million. You can see it listed. You can see it listed right here. Grant Cardone paid $12 million for a deal. They said I was a sucker. Grant Cardone got 10X'd. You can find the article. I sold the deal for $4 million more than I paid for it. I guess I got suckered. The people that own it now are going to sell it for more than I paid for it. Is it even still there? Boca Realm. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. No, this is the new Boca stuff. See, what you want to do is you want to find a market and concentrate in that market and keep adding stuff. This is a bunch of, there's the Boca deal. Nope, that's the other one. That's the bankruptcy deal. Anyway, you get the point, right? Let me see.
I'm seeing something about it being 1150 Southwest Second Ave.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Okay, it doesn't matter. Let me see. Yeah, so I sold that in 2015. Let me just see what the rents are there. See, they got, this is a land grab. A land grab basically is a property that you're going to buy. You're going to make a little bit of cash flow, and you're waiting for somebody to come drop it, See, I'm trying to find the address. There it is.
1150 Southwest Second Avenue.
1150 Southwest
Second Ave, I think.
2nd Avenue. Now, you're going to be doing this, Boca. See, this is going to be, I'm going to go to this. This is like a motel, looks like a motel. So when you guys look at these, you're like, oh, Grant wouldn't buy this. What are you talking about, dude? I bought this. Okay, yeah. Does it look good? No. It was a great location, man. I'll take location over anything. Let me see. I want to get out of this. That's what I want. I want this. Okay, see this? This is a land grab. This is Boca, by the way. Now notice this. You see this building right here? You're like, why is he showing me this right now? I'm showing you because this is how you learn. Let me see, where is that property? Where is the property? Jared's like, why is he showing him this? Jared, have you seen why I'm showing it to him?
He stepped away for a sec, G.
Okay. You see this property right here? This is the property right here. What's that right there? Oh. That's the property right there I just bought out of bankruptcy. I'm focusing on a neighborhood. So some of the rules, okay, that you guys, you might want to write these down. And we'll go over these in detail over the next 3 weeks. The rules, never compromise location, man, ever. Location is everything, okay? Do not compromise the location. Pay more, okay? Cash flow. You got to have cash flow. If you don't have cash flow, don't do the deal. Do not do a deal without cash flow. And you need a surplus of cash flow, okay? Do not fix anything. Leave this for the professionals, most of which get their asses handed to them, by the way. Big, giant groups do this ridiculously. Why would you go fix some shit when you could buy something that's already done, fixed, finished, okay? You could do this, but you don't need to in the beginning. Don't fix it to raise rents, okay? It should cash flow off existing rents, okay? Do not flip. Do not flip the asset. You want to own the asset for long periods of time, okay? Rules, okay? Do not over leverage. Okay? I would tell you also to have partners. You should have partners. Don't not have partners. Have partners. Share this with your mom and your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your brother, your sister. You want other people winning on the deal. Even if you had all the money, you should bring other people in the deal. When I did that deal with Stuart Breeze with Jared, I could have bought the whole deal. I shared it with Jared. Why? Because I could buy more deals. I can do more deals in the same market. In that market, we ended up owning not 100 units, but we ended up owning 10 buildings in one market. We know the rents. We know the job market. We know what we can push rents. We can start actually controlling, you know, how tenants are moved around. If somebody isn't happy here and they're going to move to another property, I can move them over. Maybe it's one property is a younger property. And let me see here if I can go 10X apartments in Fort Lauderdale. Do we have that image of all the stuff in Fort Lauderdale that I own, Johnny?
I'll get it up for you right
You know what I'm talking about with the flags?
Yes, sir.
So I'm giving you guys my playbook. I'm not telling you, I mean, there's a million ways to do it, okay? This is how I do it. I don't know if you could find another better way to do it. If you can, do it, dude. By the way, do it and then bring me your new better way. I'm going to do it. Shit, I ain't going to fight you. But this is what I do. I concentrate in markets. I don't buy, I used to. I bought a deal in Cedar, then I went all the way across town and bought another deal an hour and a half away. Then I bought another deal an hour and a half over here. And the next thing you know, I got 3 deals in one market, but they're all like 5 hours away from each other. Today, I'm like, that's stupid, dude. Find a great market, double down, triple down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, do you have the ones in Boca? Show them how far, can you show them? Let me see. Let me see that 10X. Know your market is what I'm telling you. Like, see this deal in Fort Lauderdale? These are these deals in Fort Lauderdale. That's the flag, 10X apartments in Fort Lauderdale. So what happens is my cost of management goes down, my expenses go down, my advertising goes down, operations cost goes down. I call a plumber out. I give him 5 deals to work on, not 1 deal, so I don't get taken advantage of. Let me see. This is where I office. This is just up the street from us. 10X apartments. Okay, Jared, you want to take some questions?
Yeah, for sure. Why don't we do this? Why don't we've got a few folks on here that I want to bring up really quick. Is Brandon Renfro on live right now, guys?
Yes, sir. He's live.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, what's
Sir,
going on,
how you
bud? How are you?
Great. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for being here today. How'd you first hear about Grant?
I was floating around on YouTube like usual. Saw an awesome ad of this gentleman trolling around the city looking at real estate and talking about it the way that he does. And I clicked the link, followed through, did one of these free webinars, and jumped on the interactive, and the ride began. That's how it works.
So what happened for you after you jumped on the interactive and you went through the 2-day program?
I kind of see the interactive as like first gear. You know, you're outside the walls looking in. You hop in, you put it in first gear and you floor it, and you get yourself up to 30 miles an hour, and you can upshift. It's like the foyer to being in the room where it happens. You start to learn the basics of how these deals work, what kind of possibilities there are, how to talk to brokers, how to underwrite. I didn't even know underwriting was a thing before I was in the interactive. There's so many things to learn, but you need to get in the room where people are talking about it and doing it for real. And this is the first step.
So outside of a house, had you ever invested in real estate before coming on the event?
Yeah, I had an owner-occupied triplex. That wasn't a great experience. Kind of started me on real estate for a while. We all have our nightmare stories about small properties sometimes, but always wanted to do bigger things. And this was a great way to get into an awesome community of people that are supportive of each other. They're out there doing it for real. I've met people since I did the interactive that are working their day jobs just like I am, that are out there doing multi-million-dollar multifamily deals at the same time. That's an incredible thing to me.
And so have you done any deals since you've been in the club? Have you invested any deals or gotten involved in anything bigger?
I'm an LP in 215 doors in San Antonio. I've met some people within the ecosystem that I've been wowed by and have invested in. I've been asked to be a part of a GP team on some deals. We haven't had any offers accepted, but we're looking at properties and underwriting and doing market analysis and looking for the time to pounce.
So before you went to the interactive, on a scale from 1 to 10, how confident were you with the concept of investing in apartments and actually doing what's needed to get the outcome?
Maybe a 2 or a 3. I knew that I could do it, but I had zero idea how, other than having read a couple of books and done some like CD-based programs. It's been a while.
Yeah, and where's your confidence now on a scale from 1 to 10?
You know, at this point, I have 8 to 10 confidence in myself, and I have 10 confidence in my network. I know that I'm maybe 1 degree of separation at most from someone who has what I'm missing in any given situation. I know that there are people out there that can complement my abilities. I can complement theirs, and as a team, I feel like we can take down pretty much anything.
That's awesome, brother. Thanks so much for being here. Let's go to Julie next. Is Julie here? Hey, Julie, how are you?
I'm good. I just had to unmute myself. Hi.
How are you? Good to
How are
have
you
you
guys?
here.
How many is he got?
Hey, where did you how'd you come across Grant?
It was actually in another interactive that I was learning from, and they were talking about Grant, and I said I need to get into that program. I need to find out more.
And so you joined the interactive, and so what's happened for you as you've become a part of our community?
Since I joined the community, it's been about a year, almost a little year and a half. And since I joined, I have just exploded in my knowledge and confidence, and especially with calling brokers and talking with uh, other people about what they're doing and how to get involved and create a network. It's been amazing in creating a network and learning more about the apartment investing.
And so what would you say out of like the community and the network that we have, or the content, like the learning and the education, what's been the most valuable thing that you've gotten from working with us?
Um, the biggest thing is the confidence to interact with people around, but the network is, there are so many people within the network that have provided me information on what is the best way to vet a property, what is the best way to actually put in an offer, how not to overpay is huge, and has been amazing in learning more about underwriting, and also the way that Grant does the back of the napkin underwriting, and getting a quick idea of which properties are good to invest in and which aren't has been amazing. It's been I've loved the experience. It's been awesome.
That's awesome. Let's thanks for being here. Let's go to Favor next. Favor, are you here?
Yep.
Favor, what's going on, man? How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
So how'd you get connected with us? How'd you start learning from Grant?
I'd say similar to Brandon. I was just watching YouTube videos and then I saw the ad. First time I just, click skip and then I saw it like 3, 4 more times and I was like, okay, I'll do it.
And so had you ever invested in this type of real estate before you came and joined our community?
Nope. Honestly, I would say I had pretty much no real estate experience apart from knowing that, yeah, buildings are real estate, but no investing experience, not even in like single family homes.
And so what's happened for you since you've been a part of the program? Have you invested anything yet? What's changed for you?
Yeah, so I went from pretty much knowing nothing at all about real estate to now I'm a partner in a deal with 214 units.
And how long did that take you after you got connected with our community?
It took 2 months after the interactive.
So 2 months, you had no real estate experience, you join our community, you get connected with other investors in the group, and in 2 months you invested in a 200 unit deal.
Yeah, even just
That's
hearing
awesome,
that,
bro.
hearing
That's
that
awesome,
is
man.
like that sounds even crazy to me, but yeah.
Am I
yeah.
back? Yeah, and this is the
That's
important,
awesome.
and this is why I do this, guys. Like, if people hit me. Two guys hit me right now that are trying to invest with me in this Boca deal. This is a $235 million deal, and they're like, "Bro, I open my Instagram and I see you on here teaching people how to buy real estate. Why are you doing this? Like, it doesn't make any sense, Grant." I'm like, "Because you don't get to meet. Like, this is why I do this, right? Because if I'm not going to do it, who's going to do it? You can't go to college for this. You're not going to go to the bank. There's no real estate club you can go to and like, I'm going to go join a club and they're going to teach me how to find deals. And if you did get in a club, it's going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So this is why I do this, because it creates a community, of people. And the 10X community, if you've ever been to any of our events, we do these massive events. Last year we did an event with 12,000 people there. I had 3 real estate guys that have done twice as many deals as I've done. I bring them into a room. I had a guy there, Ivan Kaufman. I don't know if you could show them Ivan going on the stage. Ivan has been taking companies public since he was 28 years old. He owns a company called Arbor. Arbor does $80 billion a year in loans. I do this big, massive event. Johnny's going to show you the event I'm doing. It's in Las Vegas. There's 12,000 people there. I say, hey, Ivan, there's going to be 12,000 people in this room, man. Can you go talk to him? He's like, oh, yeah, I got it. So he flies into Las Vegas. He's never done one of these events. It's this big. He's like, man, 12,000 people. It wasn't even real to him. Okay, this is him right here. This is me going out to this big audience, right? Ivan comes on the stage. He's literally like, wow. Okay? Well, this past week I spent 1 week on Ivan's yacht in the south of France for free because I showed him what I do at my business, okay? I bring people together so people can do more stuff together. So you and I, man, we could do a deal together. I can't buy all this real estate by myself. Now, Ivan also is helping me get loans, okay? There's 5 things you guys gotta have to do real estate. 5 things. There's one other thing you have to have, I'll share that with you, but you have to have these 5 things, plus 1. You gotta have a deal. Okay, if you don't have the real estate, it doesn't matter what you know. Like, you got to have access to a funnel. You got to have access to deal activity, to brokers, to the people that control this real estate. 2, you have to get debt. These are banks. Banks, credit unions, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, savings and loans. You got to get access to bank. 3, you're going to have some money at some point. It doesn't have to be your money, but it has to be money. Somebody's going to want you to have some skin in the game in order to give you the debt, and they're going to want to see equity in order to give you the good deals need money fast. So the 4th thing you need that is more valuable probably than the first 3 is network. Now, these are all very symbiotically connected. They're not really separate things. I say there's 5 things, but really there's a mush. There's an organism, an organic organism of things that you have to have. You need a network. See, when I invited Ivan, can you pull up Ivan Kaufman and Grant Cardone speaking on stage? When I invited Ivan to the event, he's like, how many people are going to be there? I said, 12,000. He's like, 12,000? Now, Ivan's got a company called Arbor. He does $80 billion of loans a year, okay? And he's like, 12,000 people there. I said, yeah, bro, 12,000. See, that's me and Ivan right there, okay? Now, Ivan has forgotten more about real estate than I know. That's him coming up on stage. He will never, ever forget this experience, ever, ever, ever. No one can give him that experience. But more importantly, I'm proud that I shared Ivan with you guys. I could have gone on his boat and just had a coffee with him and a cigar, and I could have still done the same business. But instead, I brought him to share with my network. You guys are part of my network. You guys came here today. 45,000 people decided to join me today to be part of this. I feel good about that on a Saturday afternoon. Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just enjoyed the south of France for 2 weeks, man. I'm glad I enjoyed it. But now I got to get back to work. I got to get back to giving back. Because I need a network, okay? You can have deals, you can have debt, you can have equity. If you don't have a network, you're just a lonely rich dude. This is my legacy, okay? You understand? This is the legacy. I can leave the deals to my kids, the debt to my kids, good or bad. I can leave the equity to my kids, but man, my network, when my kids are in Europe or they're in South Africa years from now, or they're traveling some part of the world, you guys that are doing well can help my kids. You guys that are not doing well, you can't help my kids. I don't even want you helping my kids. If you're not doing well, how can you make sure they do well? Okay, the 5th thing you got to have, though, is confidence. You cannot get confidence in a vacuum. I get confidence by seeing other people do well. The fact that other people do deals. Last year, we have a club. By the way, if you're qualified for this is $25,000. It's a club that we do. We meet once a week and we look at deals and fund deals. If you're really serious about investing in real estate and you're qualified to do 25 grand, I know it's a lot of money. Is it 25 or 27, Jared? I think it's 27,000.
27.
It's 27,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's $27,500. Forget that 25, okay? This is not for everybody. The reason I do this deal is because I want other people doing deals because I can't do all my deals. But I can share the deals I don't do with other people. Like Ivan. Ivan is a source of debt for me. Ivan's doing 11 loans with me. And the average debt size, well, the loan he just did with me on Boca, okay, I found the Boca deal, $235 million. I don't have $235 million. Okay, I don't have $235 million sitting around. By the way, the bankruptcy court said, you need the money in 10 days. Okay, now I might be able to get $235 million, but man, 10 days, God dang, that's fast. I called my guy Ivan up. I said, Ivan, I need $235 million for this thing. Is it a good deal? I'm stealing it, bro. I'm stealing it. He's like, okay, I'll give you $155 million. Remember, he loans $80 billion out a year. Now what do I have? I got 235. I got to come up with 80 million. First the deal, then the debt, then the equity. Then I start raising for my network. Some of the people in our club, back to this club, some of these people, remember what I said earlier? Be the GP or be the LP. Or be both. You could be a GP and you could also be a limited partner. Jared is a limited partner with me in deals. The bigger my network gets, the better chance I have of funding deals, okay? So watch. Folks, this is what you have to have, okay? You want to write this down. Number one, you need a deal. Most important thing in real estate, probably 80% of this game is about a deal. None of these, by the way, exist or coexist without the others. Two, you got to have debt. 100% of the time, you are going to use debt on a deal, either now or in the future. Three, you're going to need equity. Okay, the less debt you use, the more equity you use. If you don't have any money and you have bad credit, guess what? Change the kind of deal you're doing and it don't matter. Listen to me. Bad credit, okay, bad credit and no equity. You have bad credit, you can't get debt, and you don't have any cash. What do you need? You need a network. Don't tell me what you don't have, okay? You need this and you need this. If you have this and this, I can get you these. What was the gentleman's name that just spoke?
Favor.
Favor. Favor?
Favor.
Favor, like do me a favor. So
Yeah.
favor could do me a favor. Favor's like I don't have debt and I don't have equity. Okay, bro, bring me a deal. I can get the debt and I can get the equity. So bring me the right deal. Right deal. When I go find that right deal in Boca, and it's $235 million, I had to convince the people that I could come up with the money to do the deal. But I understand how to break the deal down, okay? I need debt and I need equity. It's not the size of the deal. This is the deal. Oh, I'm going to get one guy to give me this, and I'm going to give another guy to give me this. So who's the guy? That's your network. Okay, so you guys got to figure out which part of this transaction are you guys going to fill out, which is the fifth thing, which is the confidence, and that's when what's his name? What's his name? The guy that gave me 11 loans. What's his name? Ivan says, "Is it a good deal?" I said, "Bro, it's a great deal. Grant, I believe in you." Confidence. Okay, now how do you get these 5 things? You guys write down in the chat what the 5 things are, okay? The 5 things are unbelievably important. And most people confuse them and they get them out of order. What are the 5 things you got to have? Throw it in the chat. Deal, debt, equity, network, and confidence. How do you get confidence? Do deals. Period. You don't get confidence reading. Okay? I want to study how to write calligraphy. Good. You don't get confidence studying calligraphy. Okay, I want to get confidence being a pilot. You don't do that reading. You do it doing. You got to do a solo flight at some point. Now, fortunately, you're not going to be doing a solo flight. Your first flight, you're probably going to have a co-pilot with you sitting there saying, "Bro, bring it down, slow it down, flaps up," reminding you what to do, okay? You got to do deals, folks. You can't not do deals and build confidence. The best way to do a deal is with somebody else first. I told you guys that earlier. How can you do that if you don't have a network? I was with an Italian guy 2 days ago. I said, "Man, you spend a lot of time traveling." He's like, "There ain't no money at my house." He's like, "Grant, I go home. My kids are there. They cost me money." All the money is outside your home. You guys, if you haven't made the net worth that you have, you should be spending most of your time working on a network. So what are we offering you here today? First of all, I'm offering you the thing I cannot give you guys is this. The only thing I cannot give you is a commitment. You have to be committed. I can't do that. I'll do the rest, I promise you. In fact, I'm so confident that we'll do the rest that I gave everyone here a money back guarantee. Before you even wanted the money back guarantee, I said I'll give it to you. Because I don't want people that are not satisfied. And trust me, some people can never be satisfied. Some people, no matter what you do for them, they will not be happy. Okay? That's cool, bro. It's a big planet, 8 billion people. I just want to build a network of winners. Because when my guy, what's his name?
Ivan Kaufman.
Ivan.
Favor, bro.
Favor.
Man. When Favor wins, even if I don't know he's winning, he comes on here today and says he's winning, I win. When Jared wins in that investment he did with me, even when I didn't need the money, I had the money to do the deal. When Jared wins, I win. It's not just me winning now, it's him winning too. So the bigger the network of winners, because when I'm losing, and there's going to be a day and a time when I'm losing, and I get on a phone call on Fridays with you guys, and somebody's winning, how many of you here invest in real estate with me? How many of you here invest in real estate with me? Put in the chat. Steve Corallo, Brandon Renfro, Joseph West, okay? Enrique, okay? Rhett, Deborah. Oh, not yet. Glenn. Okay, these people, we sent out $8.5 million last month. 8.5 to investors. When I'm not winning, I get to remind myself what? Dude, I sent out $8.5 million last month. Other people are winning around me. Confidence in my network, and it keeps me committed, okay? It keeps me committed. You understand? So guys, when you're lacking commitment in your own life, and God has given you everything that you have, wherever you think it came from, maybe you don't believe in God, but some of you do believe in God, and you're like, hey man, I got all this, why don't you have the confidence? Because you're by yourself all the time. You're by yourself too much, folks. You spend too much time by yourself, man. And that's where all the doubts creep in. Am I doing the right thing? Why am I not doing more? I could be doing more. Why am Grant's hustling on a Saturday? I'm not, okay? You guys got to make a commitment. If you make the commitment, I promise you, my team will commit to you 100%. This is what we're going to give you. The Real Estate Masterclass. This is how much is this? $10,000 online? I'm giving it to you. I can't get the price cheaper than that. If you want to hang up here right now and you want to go online, you can go buy this for $9,997. I don't know why they didn't just round it up to 10 grand. I'm like, come on, you ain't tricking anybody, bro. Okay, just make it $10,000. You can buy it or I'll give it to you for free, for life. All I ask you to do is use it. Listen to it, watch it. It's a video program where you watch me walk through deals. I'm walking through deals, showing you how to do different size deals. Second thing I'm gonna give you, every week for the next 3 weeks on Friday, and if you're not available on Friday, no problem, I'm gonna get you the recording. You get to hear us mentoring people through deals. What's a good deal? What's a bad deal? What's good markets? What's bad markets? Good debt, bad debt. How to do debt, how to do deals, how to underwrite a deal, how to figure out what that deal is going to be worth in the future, how to exit it. Is it really good? What's a good cap rate, a bad cap rate? Leverage, what's good leverage, bad leverage? We do all that, okay? This is what you want to start with, the masterclass. You start with the masterclass and you use the masterclass. We actually go over the masterclass on the Friday calls. Third thing I'm gonna give you is this dictionary, okay? You need the dictionary because, boom, floor plate, floor price, forbearance agreement. What is a forbearance agreement? Oh, wow, because I know about a forbearance agreement. I heard about a forbearance agreement, saw it in the papers, and went and found that deal that had a forbearance agreement. Okay, fixed rate mortgage, short-term mortgage, fixed term, flipping, floating rate, floor area ratio, FAR, foreclosure sale, foreclosure, like this is all the terminology you're gonna need when you're working deals. That was just one page of F's. We're gonna give you that, okay? I'm gonna give you the increased value calculator. How does that work? Well, if you just, let me just see if I can show it to you. Do I have it in here? Instant real estate increased value calculator. Okay, somebody in the chat, bring somebody up, random ridiculous person with a hand up, maybe. Okay, if you have a question, now I'm gonna
Let's
answer.
do Joyce. Let's go to Joyce.
Okay, Joyce. Joyce, are you looking at a deal right now by any chance?
I'm not looking at those types of deals. I'm actually here to learn from you, but
Good.
I'm
I
the
want you to
CEO of a
randomly. I
real
want
estate
you to
developer.
randomly do something with me. Okay. If you were going to look at a deal, okay, how many units would you look at?
Well, right now I'm looking at a community in Oak Hills, be about 40, 60 units.
40 units. You said 40 units, right?
Conservative.
Good. And how much do you think you could? I'm going to tell you what the property will be worth in the future without even seeing it. Okay? The 40 units, convince me that the rents can be raised and tell me how much they can be raised.
Well, Amazon is building a big warehouse there, so we're looking at jobs.
Yeah, that's good.
Is the city, California.
Oh, you're in California. How much are the rents now? Do you know?
No, rents for a single family home go about 3 to 7,000.
Yeah, how much do you think the rents could go up in the place you're looking at, the 40 unit deal you're looking at?
About maybe 500 to 1,000.
Ooh, $500. Okay, I don't believe you, but I'm going to use that number. Okay, and we're going to say that the property's 90% occupied, and I'm going to say a 5.75 cap because it's in California. And I'm going to tell you, if you could find 40 units in that marketplace and raise the rents $500, you would make you and your partners $4.3 million. How long did that take me to underwrite it? It took me longer to ask you questions. Okay?
Right.
That's called the increased value calculator. Now, let's say you had this 40 units. What are the rents right now? I'm going to tell you now what the value of the property is. This is called the instant underwriter calculator. 40 units. How much are the current rents? Do you know? How much are the current rents?
Is she on mute? Go ahead and unmute.
How much are the current rents?
Okay. These are homes that we're developing, but the average current rent there is about, for that size home, maybe 4,000, 3,500.
Okay, are these single family homes you're buying?
We're building single family homes.
Oh, you're building. Okay, you're building. Okay, this is a builder situation. So, Jared, let's go to another caller. I'm going to see if they have a deal they're working. And I'm going to underwrite a deal. I'm looking for somebody that you have a deal and you want me to underwrite the deal. Yeah, Dylan, you can roll your 401k into Cardone Capital, by the way, and no penalty.
If somebody has a deal, will you just raise your hand like this if you got a deal that you're looking at? Let's go to Enrique Montoya.
Hey, Grant.
Hey, brother, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you, man.
Likewise.
How big is the deal you're looking at? Let me underwrite it for you.
Yeah, it is 90 units.
90 units. Okay, how much are the current rents?
About average of 1479, 1480.
1479. And what's do you have any other income on it?
No.
No, zero. Okay, and then what's your occupancy?
95%.
You liar. That's what everybody says.
You could say 90. We could say 92.
Okay, 92. I like that better. You guys, when you hear 95, guys, don't trust it. Everybody says 95. What city are you in?
Sorry, Grant. Other income 220. 220.
220. How much?
220,000.
A year.
It's a percent. It's a percent. So just put in 2%.
I'm gonna put in 2%. Okay, and then what city are you in?
This is in St. Pete, just outside of Tampa.
Okay, St. Pete. Can you operate that for 40% expenses?
45, I think 45.
45. Okay, and then I'm gonna say St. Pete. So I'm guessing they want 16,488,000 for it. Is that right?
They want, give me 1 second. Yep, close, 15 and a half they're asking, yep.
Okay, so I'm a little high. So I have something off, but I'm in the neighborhood. So when I'm talking to the broker and the broker's like, oh man, I got 90 units, the rents are $1,475, we got $220,000 of other income, which by the way might be what's off here.
Yep.
No, I went higher. Yeah, I might be.
Yeah, go down to 1%. Yeah.
There you go. I went to 1%. So he's like, I got $220,000 and I got, and I know the market, right? I know I can operate for 45% expenses and I'm a cap rate of 5. I'm be like, dude, look, I'm thinking 16 million. Am I in the neighborhood? And he's like, yeah, dude, you're right on it. Then he takes me as a real buyer. Now, guess what? He don't ask me where my money's coming from. You guys that are working deals right now, we're going to teach you how to actually work the broker rather than getting worked by the broker. You guys get worked by the broker. You ask, they're asking all the questions to you. They never ask me for shit. Okay? Now, I remember when they used to ask me for everything because they didn't believe I was real. Now, oh yeah, but they know you're Grant Cardone. Yeah, it don't matter, bro. I could use any name. I could use Rhett Holloway, and they'd be like, bro, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because I'm going to tell them what they want to hear. I know exactly what to tell a broker, and we're going to train you on exactly what to say in that broker call, okay? If it wasn't a Saturday, you guys would hear me call people today. Enrique, while I got you on the call, what have because you've been in our club for how long now?
About 2 years.
How much have you benefited from being in that club?
Man, I wouldn't even know where to begin, Grant, but as a GP, I met my business partners on the Interactive, which you know. So as a GP, I've benefited by co-GPing 411 units, and as an LP, about 450 units with members in the club. So I've been an LP with other members who are GPing in the club, or not in the club, in your network, let's call it, that I met through the Interactive.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
900 units, FYI.
Yeah.
You have 900 units already?
Yep. Co-owner, or LP, GP,
Yeah.
total.
Bro, that's awesome, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, amen to you.
See, guys, I use this same instant, the instant underwriter calculator to do the deal I did recently in Boca. Okay, like I know I can get that deal to 98% occupancy at the current rents. So I knew I could go as high as $238 million when I purchased. These are massive numbers, massive. But it really doesn't matter whether the deal's 2 million, 23 million, or 230 million. It doesn't matter. Once you know the math, you know the math. So the point is, I'm going to give you guys the instant underwriter calculator so you could be on a phone with a guy, literally have your phone or your computer open, and you can literally tell a guy what that property is going to be worth with a range. Also, I'm going to give you the networking access to our networking group. You cannot buy that. It's not for sale. You can only be invited to join. In this case, you'll be invited to join for the next 3 weeks. And then I offered everybody that wants it, if we still have enough time today, a strategy call with one of our coaches, okay, to find out what you're trying to accomplish, what you think your blocks are, what you think your problems are, so we can help you, okay? We're going to do the whole thing. Johnny, if you could show them the opportunity, then we're going to close this down in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. One-on-one strategy call, instant underwriter calculator, increased value calculator, okay? Let me just start from the beginning here so you guys can see this, okay? How to find a $1 million profit in one deal, okay? I know exactly the size deal. You only need like 16 units to do that, by the way. 16 units, and you can pull this off. How to find a $1 million profit in real estate, one deal, okay? Weekly real estate coaching call every Friday, 3 o'clock. If you can't be there, we'll give you the recording. Is this on me? I don't see me. A 2-day real estate masterclass. You can't buy this. Well, you can buy it. It's $10,000. I don't know why you'd do that, but you could. Grant's multifamily dictionary, real estate terms made simple. Okay, bonus for the first 100 people. I think we're over that right now, so.
We can open up a few more. We'll
Okay?
do it for everybody that buys in the next 20 minutes.
Increased value calculator and the underwriting calculator, the instant underwriter calculator. Also, I'm going to give you the one-on-one class 2 days from now. I'm sorry, August 2nd and 3rd. Francis hitting me right now. Okay, this would total typically $13,000. We're going to include the 10X toolkit, the real estate masterclass, the coaching calls, the strategy call. We're going to do it for $297, and I'm going to give you a $297 credit at our store to use against any of our other products, anything you want. Also, for everybody that joined, if you want to come Monday and Tuesday in Phoenix, if you get your ass over there, I'll give you a seat. And that's going to be hard to do because we have limited seating there. And we're probably tapped out now. I don't know. What do you have? What do you?
We're sold right now, but we'll make
We got about 700 people showing up for the event.
Look, one deal, folks, can change your life. One deal can change your life. Now, the question is, what are you committed? That's the first question. To do one deal in 2025. I could show you 10,000 pieces of real estate that are for sale right now. 10,000. I could show you some of them that are for sale for 200 grand or 200 million, all the way across the board. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. Endless amounts of it. Trillions without exaggeration of deals. Can you do one deal? The question is, how big a deal do you want to do? 4 units, 16 units, 32 units, 44 units? How big a deal you want to do, okay? This deal right here is going to cost you about 400 grand. 400 grand. Down payments will cost you about $20,000 if you're not going to an auction. There's a chance you could find a 4-unit deal right now in auction for nothing, $89,000, okay? In fact, let me just see if I can find one of those real quick. San Antonio, Texas, 4 units. Look at this. Look at the properties available over there. I'm going to close this down 4 units to 4 units and see what we got. We got 3 properties in San Antonio. What is that? Mixed. Here's a 4-unit deal in San Antonio. Look at this. This is beautiful, dude. This is a beautiful piece of real estate. Look at this. Who would not want to own this? I mean, I'd want to rent here. Okay, what are we doing, guys?
We're good, G.
Okay, 4 units. Look at the cars in front of these units. Okay, 4 units. You could buy this deal right now with a Fannie Mae loan for $45,000. See if I can open this. Let me see what the rents are here. The rents on this deal are $7,000.
84,000 gross rental income divided by 4.
Yeah, thank you, Jared.
Divided by 12, $1,750 a month.
Yeah. So, and you're paying how much a door, Jared? So let me tell you where a deal works here, okay? If I go to my instant underwriter calculator, and I'm like, okay, you know what I want to pay for this deal? 4 units. The rents are how much, Jared? 2,000?
$1,750.
I'm not going to have any other income. I'm going to give myself 90%. No, I'm going to give myself, well, here's the problem with this deal. You're never going to be 100%. You're either going to be 100 or 75. You're never going to be at 95. Let me show you a little hack. If you have 4 units, you can never be, you'll go from 100% to 75. You can never be at 90, ever. It's impossible. So I'm going to go 100% occupied. There's a way to actually do that, by the way. And I'm going to go 30% expenses, and I want to pay a 7 cap. Shit. I mean, this deal works, Jared. You see this?
Yeah, what's it listed for? 925?
Yeah, I mean, at 960 it works.
It's $230,000 a door. It's brand new.
Yeah, I mean, if I could pay a 9 cap, I'd offer 746. Now, let me show you another way to do this deal, okay? How much is it again, Jared?
925.
925, okay? 925,000 is what they want, okay? To get a Fannie Mae loan, you need about $45,000 to do this deal. But there could be another way for you to do this deal. You could say, look, I'm willing to pay you $750 for the deal. By the way, better to pay a lower price right now. I'm willing to pay you $750,000 and I'm going to get a loan on it, okay? Or, Jared, can you pull it up in our deal finder?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to ask
Good.
for. I was going to ask for the
Because
address.
for everybody that takes advantage, I have 1 minute for you guys to take advantage of this, and then we're going to end the offer. I'm going to give everybody our 10x deal finder. Can I do that, Jared?
Can't do that. No,
I
can't
do that. Jared said I can't do that.
No.
I can't do that.
No,
I can't.
Sorry.
Anyway, I can't do that. Okay, that's crazy.
What's the address?
What is the address? I can't do that yet. What was I thinking, dude? You know what?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the address of the property?
I'm trying to, Jared, please don't rush me. 6007 Shashi Place. SH, like hash, Shashi.
Yeah, Shashi. Got it. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, when did they buy it? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go do some deal research. We share this with you at our mentor calls on Fridays. We'll share it with you there.
Yeah, the updated. It's not the record isn't updated. Let me try again.
Yeah, somebody said, "Why did I pay for this? You're on Instagram Live." No, not exactly, bro. Okay, don't skid yourself. You're in the best place. See, I could go to this guy. I mean, I don't know that this is going to work on this deal because this deal is already good the way it is. I mean, I can just tell you, I would buy this deal right now if I was looking for a 4-unit deal. Okay? I don't know that I'd buy this deal because I don't have enough data on it. But I could tell you this. If I open this circle up and go to Austin,
Gee, I don't think. Let me
see. There's only one 4-unit deal. Here's a 4-unit deal in Austin, Texas. What's wrong, Jared? What'd you find that you didn't like?
No, it's just brand new. So the property records haven't updated
I got it.
yet.
They just built it. Okay. So I'm going to go from 4 units to 40 units in Austin. Oh, one property for sale in Austin. Austin's going to be a super city. Oh, look at that now. I open it up. See, I got more choices. All that's center Austin right there. Dead freaking right there. Let's see what the rents are here in Austin. You could steal in Austin right now. Look at this. There's 1 unit. That's a condo. Leave those alone. Giving you $1 million worth of things to leave alone. That'd be one of them right there. Leave the condos alone, folks. They're going to get destroyed nationwide. And let's see here. Let's see what this is. Look at this. This is $115,000 a door. So let me ask you guys this. Why would I go to San Antonio and pay $230 a door when I can buy in Austin, Texas, 54-unit building? Watch this. You remember that 4-unit deal for $900,000 in San Antonio? You're like, why would you do that? You're in San Antonio compared to Austin, Texas. Facebook's got headquarters right there. Google's got headquarters right there. Google's and Facebook ain't never going to San Antonio. Okay, and these rents, this is $115,000 a door, which means the rents only have to be $11.15, and I'll guarantee they are because I know this market. We own property in this market. Average rent, where is it? Let me see it. Give it to me. Average rent. I'm going to show you how to buy this deal. Jerry, can you pull this one up?
What's the address?
Look at this, dude. Look at this. Look at the location of this property. This is a land grab. Okay, you're getting cash flow for land grab. Look what's across the street from it. Parker Lane. Let me see the name of the property. Parker Heights and Flats, 1302 Parker Lane. Okay, so I'm trying to find out the rents right now. That's what I'm trying to find out. Takes a second.
Okay,
takes
here
a
we
second.
go.
Takes a second.
Year built 1968. Property taxes.
I was 10 years
mortgage
old.
amount.
Takes a
It's
second.
got one open loan for $4.6 million. Loan to value is 130% right now.
Okay. It's so they want 6.2 million, $50,000. If the rents are 11.15, the deal's a buy. Okay. Now, how much money would you need? At their price, you need $1.25 million down. So you're like, I don't have $1.2 million. Good. Find one person with $1 million, and you fund the deal. They fund the deal. You finance $5 million. Jared's the loan. How much is the loan right now?
4.6.
Oh, you already got a loan in place. Just use their loan. Assume the loan. Assume the loan, okay? Assume the loan. Let's see, 6.250. I would go to them and say, look, I'm going to assume your existing loan. I need $1.6 million. I'm going to put
2.9% rate on that loan, too.
Yeah, you're definitely going to assume the loan because it's a 3% loan. I'm going to put $800,000 down. My investor GP is going to put $800,000 down, and we're going to borrow the other $800,000 from you, okay? We'll give you your $800 back in 5 years. We'll take the property right now. How do you know they would do that? Because they want to sell their property in a terrible real estate market. Why do they want to sell their real estate? Because they probably got other deals that are problematic, and this one isn't the problem. So sometimes they'll sell you the good stuff right now during the cycle. I'll show you a guy that did this. Grant Cardone. Since December, this was last year, Nuveen has sold 2 Broward properties along with 3 multifamily projects, Fort Myers and Tampa, to Cardone for $500 million. They sold their better assets because they're trying to grab cash. This is an insurance company. They can't sell their problems. That's going on a lot right now where they can't sell their problems. So what they do sell is something back to 2015. So I'll show you a little hack. Remember I said earlier, 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, and 10-year? This is what you want to do. You want to go back to these dates. You're looking for loan maturities on deals that were done 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. So that'll bring you back to 2015. Next year will be 2016. 2000, what would this be, 18? If the deal was done in 18, the loan's due right now, that real estate is ready for a discount. Or find these big institutions. Like we buy from institutions because institutions have more problems than just Fred. Fred has 1 or 2 problems. Institutions have 2,000 problems. Okay, why do this now? Remember, one deal. You're looking for one deal to change your life. If you can find one deal, 32 units, where the rents are $200 lower than they should be, you will make $1 million. Okay, if you could find one deal, 32 units. Let me see if my math's right. Is it right, Jared? You will make $1,280,000, excuse me, and you and your partners will be millionaires. One deal. This is what I asked you guys. What am I at, 3 hours right now? Yeah. 3 hours and 14 minutes. 3 hours and 14 minutes. One deal, 32 units. The rents are too low. The rents are $1,000, and you know the rents should be $1,200, but the guy hadn't raised the rents in 6 years. Rents went up everywhere. Food went up everywhere. Fish, steaks, everything. Cars went up. Cars used to be $300 a month, now they're $700. Houses used to be $400,000, now they're $600,000. The rents are $1,000 and they should be $1,200. The guy didn't raise the rents. Why? Why didn't he raise the rents? Because the rents don't get raised unless the guy that owns it fucking raises the rents. And he didn't raise the rents because he's like, dude, I don't need to raise the rents. I've been here 30 years. I'm making money now. He's making more money on the property than he was making money when the rents were $300. Him and his family have owned the property for 30 years. They're like, bro, we don't need to. So we don't. But he's tired. He's done. He died. And his will says, when I die, you have to sell the property. The first deal I bought, the first big deal I bought, they died and they had to sell. Okay, 1,100 units. Never sold. Okay, it'd been one owner the entire time. I'm the second owner of the property. So if the rents go from $1,000 to $1,200 without you doing anything, remember, you don't need to fix anything. Look for one deal, 32 units, where the rents can go up $200. Okay, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to be the first one that pays the $200. You're going to move into one of the 32 units. 32 units. You have 2 units that are vacant all the time. You got 30 units that are full. Even 100%, you got 2 people coming and going. Okay, you're going to take one of the units and you're going to rent it for $1,250, and the rents are only $1,000. You're going to literally live there and pay $1,250 a month. And then you're going to start moving everybody's rents up $250. $250 times 31 units times 12 divided by 0.06 is $1,550,000. $50 made me an extra $300,000. $50. Okay? Guess what you're going to do? You're going to show your investor. Your investor's like, I'll put the money in. I'm a dentist. I don't have the time. I have the money. He's a doctor. He's a brain surgeon. I have the money. I don't have the time. Good. I'll manage it. You put in the money, and we split the upside 50-50. Find one deal, a second deal, a third deal, a fourth deal, a fifth deal, a sixth deal, a seventh deal. Guess what? Do 10 of these, 10x, and you made you and your investor $15 million. Okay? Now, 5 things you got to have. A deal, you got to have the deal. You got to have the debt. You got to get the equity. I can show you where to find the deal, where to get the debt, and where to get the equity. I've borrowed $2 billion from Fannie and Freddie Mac. I can show you where to get more money than you ever dreamed was. Like, you think there's a problem getting money? There isn't. I can show you how to talk to the brokers, how to get the loan done, how to find the deal, where to find the deal, how to talk to these people, how to get a loan, how to get investors, how to get the equity. I can even give you my network of hundreds and hundreds of people that join us every week. How many people in the mentoring call, Jared, in the network? Can't hear you, Jared.
In the group, there's over 3,000 members.
Okay, there's got to be somebody for you to get along with. Shit. Plumbers, chiropractors, dentists. There's guys that have done deals, never done deals. There's guys that are looking at 9 deals and guys that do 9 deals every year. And then there's me, and there's my team and the coaches, okay? I'm offering to give this to you so that you can have confidence. Number 5, you cannot have confidence in a vacuum. The only thing that comes to a vacuum is negativity. The devil lives where you guys are bored and you don't have anything to do and you're not thinking and you search on the internet. Oh my God, look, all these people are doing great shit, but what about me? Dude, don't do that, dude. Get in a room where people say, let's go do a deal together, okay? I'll do all 5 of those things for you. The thing I cannot do is commit for you. You're the only one that can do that. I've made it simple for you. $297, put it on your credit card. We'll give you credit for $297. We'll give you a guarantee. If you're not happy, boom, I'll give you your money back. No problem. No harm, no foul. We're still friends. Okay? I promise you this will be the best real estate investment you've ever made in your life. It'll be the best real estate education you've ever gotten in your life. I'm going to show you exactly what to avoid, exactly what to do, how to get started, and how to keep it simple. It's this simple, folks. Find 32 deals where the rents are $200 too low, and you'll get started. Or you could do this. You could find 4 deals, do it 8 times where the rents are $200 too low. Okay? 4 units, and you could do it 8 times, and the rents are too low. Boom, you make the same $1.2 million. Doesn't matter to me how you do it, okay? Or you could do this. You could find one 32-unit deal that the guy's owned for 30 years and put no money down and take the deal over, okay, and pay him, let's say the rents are $1,200 a month. You could pay him the first $800 a month and keep the other 4 and manage the property and give him nothing and pay him in 10 years. Okay, let's take some questions right now. I want to be sure we answer as many questions as possible, and then we'll get you guys out of here. I want to thank, first of all, everybody that took advantage of this. If you were smart enough to take advantage of this opportunity, congratulations to Kenneth, Peggy, Terrell, Michael, Joe, Sean, Jesus, Kelly, Baza, Jocks, Wayne. I can't get all the names, but congratulations to everybody who took advantage of this. I look forward to working with you on Fridays and being in the club. Monday and Tuesday in Phoenix, we'll give you the address when you call in of the location. It's actually in Tempe, Arizona. I'm flying there in about 30 minutes. I'll be on a plane with Sherry. We'll fly in tonight. And I'll be in Phoenix Monday and Tuesday, okay? All right, VIPs, come in for questions. Raise your hand if you have a question. We'll try to bring you in and answer as many questions as possible. Can I get some of this?
How you doing, Grant?
Good, good. How you doing?
Oh, not doing too bad. Actually really happy that I joined this. You know, got introduced to you through Instagram. Kept seeing your ads pop up every freaking day. So I just decided to join. You already answered my question about rolling over my my 401k because I have a plan of leaving the job I'm in right now. I work construction and I see the toll it takes on everybody's bodies. I don't want that for my life, so that's what I plan on doing. And then my other question was, given that my whole background is construction and, you know, working on cars and everything, I do plan on moving down to Florida at the end of the year. Would the fact that I only have a construction background limit me from trying to apply with 10X?
No, not at all, man. No, I mean, most everybody that works with us had nothing to do with what we were doing now. Whether it's Cardone Capital, for instance, the vice president of the company was a pilot. He runs a $5 billion company with me. So Jared, before Jared came to work with me, he was, I don't know, Jared, what were you doing?
I was doing business development for an asset liquidation company.
Yeah, Sherry was in the mortgage business. She worked for a high profile actor. She, you know, just whatever, bro. Like, we don't care.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to check and make sure because
as long as you ain't on the Epstein list.
Hell no, I think he deserved what came to him, but the way that it happened, everybody's got their speculations on it.
Yeah. Good. Well, I look forward to you getting down here.
All right, thank you, sir.
Steve
Let's
wants
go
to
to
know,
David.
by the way,
David.
you can also put your questions in the chat, guys. What is the 0.06 Grant used in the calibration, the calculation? It's the cap rate. I'm using a cap rate. Now, 6 it won't always be the cap rate. Do you have anything now, though?
The other question that came up, G, was how do you determine the cap rate?
You determine it, well, a couple of ways. One is you determine it based on the market, or you determine it based on an exit. So typically the market, like my market right now in Boca, you know, I could easily justify a 4 3/4 cap rate on that Boca deal because of the location. If I was selling it today, I mean, you don't want to sell today, right? But you want to sell on a lower cap market. The higher the cap rate, the lower the price you're getting. So if I'm going to Fargo, North Dakota, I'm probably going to pay an 8. Much lower price. San Antonio is going to be a 6. Austin, 90 minutes away or less, is probably going to be a 4. Okay, the problem in Austin, though, you got to know your market. I know we didn't have enough time to cover all this today, but you got to know your market. I mean, you got a lot of supply in Austin that's problematic today, but not in the future. Okay, let's go to Rowan.
David Garcia.
Hey, gentlemen. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes,
yep,
sir.
Gotcha.
All right, Jared, Grant, very nice to meet you guys. I'm actually very new to the real estate. I've known, though, for a while, since I was in my early 20s, that basically owning a property was probably the best way to, in a sense, create cash flow. One of my biggest things that I've told a lot of my family members is owning a multiple unit property. But again, none of them, a lot of them are skeptical. But I've always been interested. Now, I've been using your equations. I've been looking into a property near where I live. I actually live in Southern California, here by Palm Springs area. I know here a lot of people are moving down to the valley to, in a sense, retire. So a lot of those people I've noticed older in age have been actually renting a lot more than they are owning. The thing is, my major concern is how and am I able to create the equity or the capital to actually start to invest? Because, quite honest, I don't have a lot.
What was the last part? I missed the last
Yeah,
part.
look, his question is, how do I get started if I don't have, if I don't have the capital
Yeah,
or
dude,
the
way
money to do it right now?
Yeah, the way you get started, bro, is you got a commitment. Do you have a commitment?
Not yet.
Well, that's a problem. Okay, commitment does not mean money. A commitment is, am I willing to freaking pump and hump?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I understood that. Commitment,
No.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm excited. I've been
here's the
excited.
deal.
I've been trying to look
Here's the
into
deal.
it.
Here's the deal. And here's the deal for everybody. You guys that don't take advantage of this, you're not committed. You're not committed, period. Like, I don't know how to, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. No, you ain't, bro. You ain't going to do it by yourself. If you'd have done it by yourself, you wouldn't be on here today. You'd already done it by yourself. See, I did it by myself. But I'm more committed than the average human being. Okay? Average human being has more excuses than they have commitments. And they have a lot of ego and very little humility. Like, a lot of people don't think I have a lot of humility, but guess what? The person in the classroom has humility. Okay? I have tremendous amounts of humility that I'm teaching people how to do this. Like, what do I have to gain? I have the $5 billion bag. I have enough humility to understand that money's not everything. Success is not everything. Sometimes the point is to give back and to be a sensei if you're a sensei. To share with others and not keep it to yourself. Okay? I don't need to spend every day on a yacht. I don't need to be with rich people every day. I need to be with people that are like, hey, bro, I need a hand up, not a hand out. So your commitment, I cannot do the commitment thing. You guys got to be the freaking commitment. I was committed. I was super committed. I've spent tens of thousands of hours learning this material without a teacher. Books. I remember when, bro, there was no GPS, there was no Zillow, there was no CoStar. You couldn't pay money to learn shit. Like, you had to go beat the streets to learn it. I've walked through tens of thousands of properties. Without exaggeration, tens of thousands. So, three things everybody can do today. Number one, you can do nothing. Okay? Came here, you did nothing, guarantee you, nothing happens. Zero. You leave here. In fact, most people that do nothing end up worse off than when they came here, because now they're like, oh, goddamn, what's wrong with me? You start doing this self-defeating, self-talk shit. Okay? Or you do this. Oh, I'm going to do it. And then tomorrow comes and you ain't done nothing. And it hurts you because you got a bunch of content and then you didn't do anything. It's like getting halfway to the store and turning around and going home. You quit only to find out you got to start further back from where you started. Okay, second thing you guys could do is you could do it on your own. You ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Ain't nobody, Jesus didn't do it on his own. Even Jesus knew, hey man, I need a posse. Okay? Or the third thing you guys could do is have enough humility to say, hey, what? I'm going to risk $297. And I'm going to do it with Grant. Not just Grant, I'm going to do it with Grant's team, his help, and the network he put together. What city do you live in? Okay, then, yeah, I don't know that because I still see the frame. David, what city do you live in?
So I live in Thermal, California. It's
Where?
actually like 20 minutes away from Palm Springs.
How many people, just put California in the chat if you guys live in California. One of the greatest housing markets in the world.
Now, I did have a question. So
Yeah, but watch this. Look how many people in California right here. Look at this. This is just the VIP room. I don't even know what the other room's doing. Okay. Where in California are you guys?
I'm SoCal.
Where in Southern Cal? Where in Southern Cal?
Palm Springs.
Yeah, freaking one of the great real estate markets, one of the greatest renter markets in the world. Okay, the gay neighborhoods in Palm Springs, one of the greatest rental markets ever in history, are gay demographic markets. Montrose, Houston, Texas, phenomenal. Gay people take care of their shit better than straights do. Let's keep it real. Okay? They do. They appreciate the property. They appreciate community. They network. They take care of their restaurants. They spend money. Now you guys are like, oh my God, man, that's so wrong to say that. Why is it wrong if it's true? It's true. Go to Santa Monica, California, West Hollywood. Freaking phenomenal rents. Okay, look at these cities. New York City, the U.S. cities with the highest rental cost, concentrated in a few key areas. There's an AI overview, by the way, that I pulled this from. I could find a number of sources to support it. New York City, San Francisco, San Jose, Los Angeles, San Diego, and Boston. If you're in any of those 5 marketplaces, you should be buying real estate. But it's too expensive. No, it just keeps getting more expensive. And it's going to keep getting more expensive because those 5 cities have something in common. They do not allow building. And if you don't allow building, guess what? Rents are going up no matter what the government says there. The highest cost of living in New York City is well known, and rental prices reflect this. A 1-bedroom apartment in New York City average $4,000 a month. Now, if I know that data, okay, let me find out what's the average age. One of the oldest cities in the country, average age of apartments in New York City. Because I'm not going to New York City to invest, but watch this. Oh, between 1900 and 1920. 95 years old. What's the youngest city in the United States of America? Anybody know? Put in the chat if you know the youngest city in America. Jared. One of the youngest cities in America is the one I'm in right now, Miami. If one of the oldest cities in the United States is New York City with $4,000 rents, what's going to happen to the rents in Miami? When, by the way, people in New York City are moving to Miami in droves. Minnesota is coming to Miami, okay? Chicago's coming to Miami. Boston's coming to Miami. Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Destin, the Gulf Coast, Naples, Florida, okay? Sarasota, Orlando, Tampa, St. Petersburg. These things are on sale, folks, okay? And it's not just Florida cities. How about Daphne, Alabama? Let's go to Savannah, Georgia. Anywhere, Myrtle Beach, Raleigh, Greenville, South Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee's a freaking devastation zone, multifamily being for sale. I know a buddy of mine that bought a deal over there for $175 million, going to lose $50 million on it to sell it. Austin, Texas is on sale. I could just keep going on and on. But look, I've given you guys a lot of data right here. Let's get to a couple more questions. I get too excited.
Let's go to...
I told you I wasn't going to do this today, Jared. I wasn't going to get excited.
Well, you always get excited talking about real estate. Let's go to Robin.
I was just wondering if you could just give us recommendations for websites to get started.
Yeah, great. Okay, let me give you LoopNet, easy, cheap place to go. It's free. You could go CoStar. CoStar is a
10x Deal Finder.
10x Deal Finder. You pay for that. CoStar will cost you about $500 a month per city. How much is 10x Deal Finder, Jared?
It's $1,000 for the year.
$1,000 for 10x Deal Finder. 10x Deal Finder does something different than CoStar, which is it shows you when loans are maturing, like I was doing on the board earlier. It's showing you problematic loans, okay? Crexi is another place for free. NMHC. This is just data points, okay? All the brokerages, NMHC, I said that, CBRE, Cushman Wake, JLL, Newmark, any of the big institutions that own real estate, Starwood. You're not going to talk to anybody there, but it would give you a list of properties they own, okay? So there's,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's go to Gustavo.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, sir. How you doing?
Good. You just answered the question because I was asking about, wanted to get your opinion on the west coast of Florida. Tampa, San Petersburg, Venice that you mentioned that it was on sale. With the insurance situation, I see even more opportunity there.
Yeah, phenomenal opportunity. It's unbelievable. Okay, now you're going to have some challenges over there. Okay, you got all kind of threats in the environment. You got hurricanes every year, insurance cost, blah blah blah. Bro, look, we're on a planet that's 2/3 water. You guys, all this global warming stuff, bro. I'm in the south of France, bro. There's like hundreds of mega yachts. I've never seen this many mega yachts in one place. I'm like, what do they all have in common? They're on the water, bro. Everybody wants to be on the water. Most expensive homes in the world are on water. You want to be as close to the water as you can get. Okay?
But going a little bit, you mentioned once that southwest Tampa.
Yeah.
It was even Clearwater and Largo and stuff like that towards the water. But what about Temple Terrace, which is getting a lot of people moving in?
Central what?
No, it's Temple Terrace. It's like east of Tampa, a little bit north.
East of Tampa would be, yeah. I mean, I don't like that little place. Look, I got a little
Lakeland.
Huh? Yeah, Lakeland.
You're thinking of Lakeland, yeah.
No, Lakeland is more central Florida. It's just a little bit west of Tampa in the same area. Like Temple Terrace is the name. It's just like 20 minutes away from there.
Yeah, dude, I like it. I like it. I like almost all of Tampa. But you guys look. I look at 100 deals to buy one deal. I am extremely disciplined. Now you can either I have tremendous amounts of deal flow. The people that join our club, they get access to all this deal flow that I have. I see every deal. A guy said to me the other day, "Hey man, I found this deal, man." I said, "Bro, if you found it, I've already seen it." Okay, you guys need a network. You need a network, not just Tampa. You'd want to know not only is it a good market, but what's coming, what inventory's coming due, right? And then you need, you don't want to be limited to how big a deal you can look at either, because you might have access to 6 deals when there could be 600 units that you could grab all at one time. And the only thing keeping you from doing that is your mind. And the reason your mind, they say the mindset, it's not really a mindset, it's really your network. Because if you saw 600 units and me and you were buddies, your mind wouldn't prevent you anymore. Your fucking mind would help you. You'd be like, shit, I'm calling Grant.
Right.
Because I want to go from 12,000 units to 100,000 units. Okay, I don't have it. I don't have this mental problem. I have a networking problem. I no longer think I have a mental problem. I have a network problem. Who's got my damn money? Who's got my debt? Who's got my damn deals? Who's got my dreams? Who's got my damn yacht? That's what I want to know. Okay? And that's what I want to help you guys with, okay? I want to help give you guys, I want to help give you guys the things you need so you don't have any more excuses. How many of you guys would like to no longer have excuses? I don't have the money. Nobody will help me. Come on, keep it real. How many of you'd like to have no more excuses? I don't have the money. I don't have the debt. I don't know how. I don't know. Nobody will help me. Stop the bullshit, okay? I will get rid of your excuses forever. I'll show you the deals. I'll show you where the money is. I'll show you where the debt is. I'll show you how to underwrite. I'll show you everything. I don't have time because I work so hard. How about we get you out of that situation? Work hard at this. Give me 10 months. 10 months. Okay? First, just give me 3 weeks between now and the event, and then give me 10 months. And let's see if we can take 2025 to change your life. Okay? I want to help you guys. You guys can see I just came from France. I'm here. I'm getting ready to fly to Arizona, and I came in today. Said, no, we're going to do this today. I'm not changing the date because I'm on a different time zone. What time would it be? It'd be midnight for me right now. I want to help you guys. Okay? All right, 2 more questions, and then we're going to get out of here.
Let's go to Mark Harvey.
And yeah, Jared, because I want to take the time because we have so many questions. Jared, let's offer the onboarding tonight for everybody that joins us. Okay, because there's so many hands up, Jared. Let's just start an onboarding when I'm done to help everybody that came in. You guys should be asking, where do I start? What do I do right now? What do I do tonight? You're excited. Why not start tonight? Okay. And let's go to the next question.
Okay, Mark, you're up.
Yeah, hey, thank you. So my question is, I'm here in the UK. We've been doing deals for the last 7 or 8 years. The principles you're talking about with these big, well, they make our deals look like minuscule.
Yeah.
Can this happen in places, because we're investing here in England, but also in the Czech Republic? Is this same principle applicable?
Look, as long as there's rental, what you call let, I think, isn't that what you call it? To let, to L-E-T?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as there's rentals, it works. London is one of the great real estate markets in the world, bro. Like, and you can't own it. You can't afford it anymore.
So when you say multifamily, would that be the same as like what we have over here? We call it like blocks of flats.
Yes, exactly. Blocks of flats.
Yeah, great. So would this principle also work with, because another thing we're acquiring is like leisure, so like hotels with like gym memberships, bar memberships, like co-working spaces. Would
100%.
The same principle apply?
It's the same math. It's the same exact
It's all a
math.
business. It's all a business. There's revenue, there's expenses, and then there's profit.
So the principle of like, you know, we borrow the money from institutions and then private finance to acquire it in the first place. And then we up the EBITDA, like the cash flow. And then basically we just borrow against that again, you know, based on adding the value to it.
Exactly. Same game. 30% of households in London were renting, and the number's increasing.
Yeah. I mean, the market is strong, but I have just been doing.
By the way, hey, let me just say this. 100% of London rents. They just call it a mortgage. Bro, the Queen owns everything. Ain't nobody owns anything in London except the Queen. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go to...
No, it's not the Queen anymore. It's the King, right? It's the King. It's King, what's his name? Charles.
Yeah, let's go to Tussing Derek or Derek Tussing.
Hello, could you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so my question, I actually have an offer in currently on, it was a former church or / worship center, and they're asking $199 for it. We got an offer in at $175. The idea is for this particular property, we're looking to run a wedding venue business out of it. Is there, I guess I'm just looking for any basic advice on how to finish the deal.
Yes. Okay. Let me help you with this. Okay. Let me just go back one thing. King Charles inherited $9.5 billion of royal real estate. Okay. All right. Now that's what the rich people do. Okay. You're going to go buy a $199,000 thing. You're going to turn it into. You want to pay $175. What's the income of the existing property?
Well, right now it's actually it's being
Zero. There is no income from it.
It's zero, yeah.
And then, do you currently have a wedding business?
Lower, Jared.
We're in the process of getting that up and running. My wife's doing that end of it. I'm basically trying to secure the property.
Where do you live, bro?
Yeah. So
Jared,
why would you buy a piece of property for a business if you don't know the business is going to work yet or not?
Jared, you're too loud, bro. You're screaming, Jared. Let me ask you something, bro. Where you live?
I'm in Salina, Ohio.
Where?
Salina, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small town. We've got a lot of other small towns around here, but where the property's located is.
Why are you doing this, bro? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why you want to do this?
It's more my wife's idea to do the wedding venue. I want to get more in on the real estate end on like what you're.
Bro, this is a terrible idea. Your wife's got a terrible idea. I mean, she's probably a nice woman, but like this is terrible. Like you're better off in the dyeing business than the wedding business. Like,
yeah, true. Everybody's got to do that.
Everybody's gonna die, bro. Like not everybody's gonna get married. I mean, you're probably better off in the divorce business than the wedding business. I'm just saying it's a terrible business you're thinking about doing.
The bigger problem is that you're trying to buy a piece of real estate based on you having a business there, and you don't know if that business is going to work yet. 2/3 of businesses fail within 5 years.
You're not going to get a loan on it.
And if the business fails, number one, there's not going to be any income from the property until the business is successful. If the business fails, then you're going to end up with all the debt of the property, and there's going to be
You're not going to get a loan on it.
Sell the property. Yeah.
Nobody's going to give you a loan on a wedding business. Okay. What you ought to do is you ought to go. What's the nearest big city you're close to?
Probably Columbus.
Columbus is a great freaking real estate market, dude. Unbelievable. You go to this is the stuff we do in the mentoring call. You take Columbus, Ohio, okay, and you put Columbus right here in the middle, okay, in the middle, and you go to 12 o'clock to like right there. This is all the money in the universe. Don't buy downtown where they want you to. They're going to want you to buy downtown. Now you go right up. I forget what that highway is right there.
So like 270 maybe.
Yeah, I don't. It's somewhere between like right there and right there on a clock. This is 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right here, man. But they're going to try to get you to buy downtown. Don't do it. But anyway, you got to know the right market. So for everybody here, you guys, look, you guys know wealth has been created in real estate. There's also been wealth created in coding and tech. There's going to be trillions of dollars created in AI going forward. Guess what? AI is not going to replace where people live. You're going to live with a roof over your head, walls on both sides. You're probably not going to have a TV anymore. It's probably going to be a headset, okay? You're probably going to get smaller units, not bigger units. You're still going to want community around you. You're not going to live the way your parents did with a big fence around your yard and a dog. You're not going to do that. In the future, most of America and around the world are going to live in vertical buildings. I don't know if y'all saw the announcement, California, Palisades. This 15-minute city thing is real, folks. They're going to do this. California wildfire victims face uphill battle as corporations and investors swoop into the Palisades. So, you know, this is happening, okay? Most of America lives in 15 cities today. 80% of all of America is east of the Mississippi River. Only 20% live from Mississippi to the West Coast. It's consolidated in major cities. So I would move you and your wife over to Columbus and get out of that little town you're in. And go start.
About going back down the road too is moving closer to where we could potentially do more deals. That would be obviously easier, not being
follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money.
How committed are you to financial freedom in your life? That's the question for everybody here. How committed are you guys to financial freedom?
100%.
And then some of you're not committed to financial freedom. Well, how committed are you to getting out of the shithole you're in now? See, at 25 years old, I was so committed. There was no room for excuses, ever. I don't care what it took. I borrowed money from my mom. I did whatever I had to every day to stay busy. I'd wake up early in the morning as soon as the light came up, and I wouldn't stop working until the lights went out. I'd be the last person home, the first person up, last person home, first person up. I never spent any money. I basically hustled everybody and everything I could to get money and take that money and started parking it in real estate when I was 28. The rest of the time, all I did was learn. I spent money on myself and used the money to invest either in making myself better or buying real estate. And one day I looked up, I had 48 units, 92 units, 200 units, 300 units, 500 units, boom, $5 billion worth of units. So I want to help you guys. I came here today to help you. I want to thank everybody for joining us, everybody that took advantage of the opportunity. We're going to onboard you guys right now. I don't want to spend any more time because I want to make sure those of you who took advantage, and there's a lot of you, by the way, congratulations. Remember, this is what you got today. This is what we offered, and we'll pull it down here in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Real Estate Masterclass, the coaching calls, the dictionary, the Real Estate Interactive, 2-day interactive with me. You don't need to travel anyplace. Also, if you want to come Monday and Tuesday, it's free on me, okay? Strategy call, the networking group, both the calculators. I'm going to send you out our toolkit, okay? I want to thank everybody for coming today. Congratulations to everybody who took advantage. Also, don't forget, We give you a credit of $297 at our store. Apply it to anything that you want to apply it to, okay? We do all kind of stuff at grantcardone.com. You can apply it to any of our business boot camps, our scaling workshops, anything and everything that you want to apply it to. Man, I wish we could do that to the Grant Cardone Foundation. Maybe we can even apply it to that in the future.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
But they could also come to the capital raising workshop.
Yeah, we do probably 100 workshops a year, sales workshops, marketing workshops, capital raising workshops. You could apply to the real estate club if you decide to get involved in that in the future. I want to thank Jared Glant. I want to thank my whole team that came today and on a Saturday, the video team, the editors, the audio guys, everybody that came. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys for coming and showing up today. I'm interested in helping you build your empire, okay? I built mine. I want to expand mine now, and that includes not just more real estate, but more great people like so many of you that showed up today. Thank you for being here. Let's turn it over to the onboarding. So if you've joined already, you're going to stay on the onboarding. If you haven't joined, go to grantcardone.com/now. Christine is going to take it away. grantcardone.com/now. Join Christine right now after you link up or click the link and join us, and then we'll make sure we get you guys onboarded and answer your questions. Thanks again for coming in today.